people at Home Depot.
Okay.
Okay, well, we're starting out off our live stream with a very important question from the queer people from Home Depot.
That's the name of the session.
What is the step between twink and bear?
Otter.
It is.
It is otter.
It is otter?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they were debating it, and they came up with otter too, and I was like, I've never heard this discussion, but okay.
I hadn't either until
I've
last
seen the triangle
weekend.
diagram before. It's otter.
But their point was, like, twink sounds like a younger person, so eventually they age out of twink status, right?
Yeah,
I would argue
once
against
you reach
that.
like 40s
No,
to
you
50s.
reach twink death at like 27.
Very young.
Rip.
Like, you have no business being a twink past that age.
Then you're just a gay man.
You're kind of right.
So, like, what do you become after you
You're just
lose
a gay
twink
man.
status?
You
It's
just
gay.
become a regular body.
You lose your
You become
special
like a guy.
evolution and become just a regular Eevee. It's
Yeah,
backwards
you're
evolution.
just
Backwards
You are just an
evolution.
old gay
Yeah.
man.
Well, not every
It's
every
like
guy
Pokemon,
has a
but backwards.
classification.
The middle is
Sometimes you're
twink death
just
right
a
now.
guy.
Yes,
Yes,
Cowboy
true.
Aaron, that is an excellent question. We are discussing twink death.
You can blame the gay people at Home Depot.
I blame them for a lot.
That's fair.
Ren did experience twink death because he
Yeah.
aged out of twinkhood.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
See,
Not my
I stopped
Twinkie
taking
King.
My
notes
Twinkie
after
King, no.
3.5 pages.
My
Because my wife died. I
Twink
stopped taking
Raven
notes.
Day?
Age 28
fair.
is
It's
what
okay. I'm gonna
Cowboy
give your
Aaron
wife
just
a
said.
glorious
No, you're
recap.
not. And I
Okay,
get smacked
for
with
twink
my
death.
shoe when you don't.
Twaven
Put some respect
Daddy.
on her name.
Twink Raven.
Well, I'm not dead.
My
Whoa.
beautiful wife, you
Or you
just
become a twunk. There's also
you,
twunk.
degrade her to just broad.
Which I think is similar
That's
to
all I
otter, but
remember
maybe
her
a little
as.
bit different.
She was so
Some
pretty
people can be a twunk,
She
but they're
was.
not
She was
always.
very pretty.
I
otter.
feel like if you're a
Broad.
twunk, you have to have like a massive dick.
Yeah.
You gotta
like
be hung.
to call yourself a twunk.
I'd argue you gotta hold the energy more than the equipment.
I don't know who else heard that.
It might have just
No.
been you.
Me and T.
I argue with the Emma that sometimes they have the energy more than the equipment because
Okay.
like hey sometimes people are
can be
trans
older as well.
and their dick is small.
That
Twunk
is
can be
true.
older. Twunk can go up to maybe
That's a valid
35.
point.
Is
Why are
what
you pointing
Cowboy
at
Aaron
me?
says.
Refab.
Huh?
Refab.
I've
But yeah,
somehow
give
managed
us
to
the
lose a
recap.
mechanical
Recap.
pencil in the span of like 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was about to do something really bad.
Well, he asked for it, so
I-
he can't really be mad at you.
I actually have no idea how to
Does anyone
fix this, but
does
I'm
anyone
gonna figure it
remember?
I
Did we
restarted
do anything
them at least 3
important
times.
before
The
we went
instructions
to
are
the
not
wedding?
super helpful.
I feel like we
They're
had
really not.
some like wrap
Poorly
up.
done.
There was like
Yes.
that beginning scene where it was like Salute and Hamia like conversing, you know, and then we're like, oh
But
shit,
then
that's
again, it
the
was a
dagger.
free
Nah,
pattern, so I was like, I
and
deserve
I made
this.
in her little
Alright,
flashbacks.
technically last session I split it into 2 sessions because we had the long boy.
So technically it's session 20 and session 21. I have nothing on session 21 by the way.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
We did our double feature.
we got ready to go for the wedding, and then we went to the wedding
Yeah, you
after
did.
like saying goodbye
Correct.
to everybody and doing some sad stuff, you know.
Right.
We went to the wedding. It was as pompous and in our face as we expected it to be. Nothing was really going on at the wedding itself other than Medea avoiding her family members or
Don't call
former
them that. There you
family members.
You're
Sorry.
angry.
Respect.
I was on
Respect.
it.
Immediate anger.
And we snuck out one by one in various ways, made our way to a little area with stones on the ground and like the gardens, and then Quinn bullshit his way through another puzzle. Which
You always do.
which
Yeah.
I think real life Aaron
Do these
was
buttons-
mad at.
Do these
I was a
buttons
little
look
bit.
like they need to be pressed?
Yeah.
I press them.
It's the Cole special. I just do a thing and it works every time. And
No, I think last time you didn't. No, you didn't. You did just.
It was
Yeah,
just random.
the
Yeah,
dragon
you were just
head
like, oh, well, we
puzzle.
fought a black dragon. Let me just.
Yeah.
Touch this
that
one.
one.
It wasn't even a black dragon that we fought.
No, it was-
and I still.
You were wrong.
I pressed it.
Your memory
but
was
I,
wrong.
but I was right.
You're like, oh, let's
I thought it was
test
just
your
because
dragon
like,
knowledge.
alphabetically
Let's
Black
go.
Dragon was the first of them.
Yeah.
That was
And she-
Well,
Oh, yeah,
I believe
no.
it literally was just like, well, some of the stones look like they've been pressed, so Quinn pressed all the ones that had been pressed, and it made a constellation and the door open. We went inside, and there was a bunch of fucky-wucky scientists carving runes into people, and we fought a bunch of stuff and did a bunch of espionage, aka setting it up in there so it looked like demons got out of their cells and attacked everybody.
So well,
And
too.
Otto and I really just recreated a crime scene expertly. We also learned that what other clans were involved? It was just one more that was also involved.
You didn't learn that until the next one.
That was next lab.
Wrong
damn.
lab, bitch.
Shit.
Yeah, because there's so many labs.
But in this lab, we learned about the location of another lab.
Yes.
And so we left. I don't think anything else of importance happened at the wedding other than we left. And we left. And then Medea's wife died.
Yeah.
Sorry, Queen.
Sorry, Queen.
Don't lie to me. You're not sorry.
Sorry, Queen. I salute you.
Everyone pour one out. We're gonna go smoke a cigarette for her.
Hell yeah. But no, she dove in front of Hakeem to save him because of course Hakeem was the target, and it was Centra, my wonderful baby girl.
If she was thinking, she would have just pushed Hakeem out of the way. And then nobody would have been shot.
Ooh.
Right.
Shit. Okay.
In all this, Raul also died. He just didn't die permanently.
Oh yeah.
One of my husbands.
They brought Raul back, which
They brought the
Almost
Birdman
got a
back.
double whammy, but
Quinn would have cried if Raul died.
well, I'll get him next time.
Don't you dare.
That's a little.
Hey, quit lusting after my husband. He might live if you stop.
Yeah, I'll get him next time. I really tried really hard this past time, but it just didn't stick. You know, I don't have any control over whether he lives or dies.
Medea was a little upset. I found it fucking hilarious that which one of your spouses told you about it?
Hakeem.
Hakeem told it to you like he broke a dish and was really scared to see your reaction. it was like, hey bestie, I'm sorry, but your wife's dead.
Our
wife's dead.
There you go.
He was not like, hey bestie.
He legitimately does not know a better way to break that news.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went to this second lab, and we went in the second lab, and
You had to walk backwards into the second.
we had to walk backwards into the second
I will
lab.
say, Medea got that pretty quick.
Yeah.
That was. I gotta use that again. That's so funny to me.
I thought it was hilarious.
Backwards through the door. And there were more
What happens if
people
you try to walk forwards to the door?
and
Smack
more
the door.
demons and
Oh,
stuff,
never mind.
including Medea's sister,
Camellia.
Camellia.
Yeah.
I was about to say
Cabello.
Cecilia.
Cabello,
Camellia.
yeah. That's her
And
middle
she was in a
name.
cage, but they let her out of the cage, and we did a fight and killed everybody.
Well, they opened the cage, and then you
And
closed
then I
the
closed the
cage,
cage.
and then they opened the
Opened the
cage,
cage.
and then she came out of the cage.
Yeah,
and
it was a whole
it
thing.
was yeah.
We killed everybody again,
And
and we took
cage,
Camellia
and then
captive. There was a bit of a thing where Medea was like, I
Can't
don't
believe
know
the
if
amount of divas that have passed in the last week.
Yeah. I don't know if
More
I'm
Gelato.
like gonna kill my sister, but then decided that we in fact should probably keep her as evidence. But also there was
Very
a
little baby.
funky little thing where Medea was like, "Yeah, I'd kill everyone if I needed to," and
Gun to her head, yeah.
Daisy and Quinn heard that and were like,
Everyone heard
or
that.
everyone
Yeah, no,
heard that.
everyone fucking heard that.
and we were all like,
Um,
"Huh?"
Camellia fully baited your ass into that too.
Yeah.
And we all went, "Huh?"
Huh?
in unison. And
Yeah, everything stopped and like, except for probably Nadir, who was like,
Yeah,
4,000
he's like, okay, I knew that.
and we learned that there was another clan involved.
The Stallard.
The Stallard.
Stallard clan.
We're so good at names.
So there's two. I'm so bad at names. There's two now. There's two of them. There's
Does it, like, literally, I think the only clan that really has not been embroiled in shenanigans so far that we know is the Nimane.
yeah.
Yeah.
they're gonna be next.
The enemies.
I don't trust nematodes.
We were like, oh god, we should probably go back and
Anemones.
try and get this information out before the next chancellor is elected, because that'll help Hakeem out quite a bit. We
Like literally the head of the
No, you keep going.
we left and had a little tenseless scene between Quinn and Medea, where Quinn was like,
that pleased me.
I'm not gonna be a liar, so don't kill your sister or we'll have a problem. And Medea was like, hey, you heard things you didn't like, sorry. And that was...
That's a really good way of summing it up. Listen, and you wanted me to be honest, I was. Sorry you didn't like the way, what you heard.
L.
I guess thus begins the Medea versus Quinn arc.
It's really the Cold War between the two of you.
Yeah,
is
we have
what
Cold
it is.
War going on now. That's fine though.
Medea, this is business as usual. It's just people are more knowledgeable about her intentions. Also, right at the end, it was Stallard and Einar backed out of the race for chancellorship, and they're backing their neighboring clans.
Decide backed out.
Oh, Decide backed out, and they're backing Stallard. Sorry, Einar's backed out and backing all the.
That was a while
I thought that
ago.
was the session
That was
before.
a
Yeah.
while ago.
Oh fuck! Sorry, my bad.
No, I have it at the very end of last time was that Centra was
I killed Baby Girl.
following
Yeah. Well,
Terenz, and
Come on.
Terenz was like, and killed her.
Which really, that was gonna be a
It was
win
a brutal
regardless.
death
It
too.
was.
It was.
It was
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
a brutal death.
She got her skull crushed into the fucking pavement.
I think I need to find this guy and say thank you.
I was just gonna say, I feel like Quinn played that so well because it was either he was going to win by getting information about Terenz, or he was gonna win by Terenz
You
killing her.
would have had to. I'll say this now that Centra's dead. You probably would have had to fight her on
Yeah.
one of the labs, but you sent her after Terenz, and then I was like, well,
Well, she's dead.
she's fucking dead, dude.
Yeah.
Yup.
Hey, you took out one of the enemies.
Did it.
And then we teleported.
And then we teleported.
And now, yeah, that's actually where you guys are at right now.
Teleport.
You guys go to the Google, where
Google.
Google?
Bagul?
We go to Google headquarters?
you go to Bagul.
Okay.
Anyway.
Moves on so quickly. Nah, I'm just joking.
Where you buy a teleportation circle scroll, which I think the only coordinates for a teleportation circle you would have would be the library in Kherson, the capital. So I guess we'll just go over. You get it. You guys go outside and cast teleportation circle, and head through to the library of Kherson. What do you do?
I'm throwing a cloak over Camellia real quick.
Oh.
And then I'm just like, can we head to the Ulta estate? To the group.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
we're not keeping Camellia at the apartment,
Do we
right?
all need to go? I feel like we should get this research back to...
Are you sure I have to stay at your house?
No, the department's
Not with,
too obvious.
but the people there are much prettier. And I think she does kind of give a glance and a wink to Daisy.
Aww. I think I think Daisy will like return a not shy smile, bashful?
Bashful? Mischievous? Or
A smile, a flirty smile.
she
And then
goes,
like, yeah, she does that,
Fails immediately.
like a little hair tie.
But yeah, I'm going to go see Karasi for anybody who just wants to come back to the department.
I'll go with you.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, I'll stay with.
I was like, damn, that's a lot of trust.
I was gonna say, yeah,
You
he
have
said
to
it.
go.
It was
Doesn't
like,
have that kind of trust.
no.
actually no. Yeah, I'm gonna also go back unless he makes eye contact with you, like quietly. Do you need backup help? Are you good?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll head back to the group.
So everyone but Medea and Quinn are heading back to the department. I guess we will do Medea and Quinn first because that's probably more roleplay versus like looking through research and info dumping. You have a cloak over Camille's head as you guys walk through the city streets to the Alder clan household, which you have been here before.
Yeah, you have.
In more ways than one.
Yup. And Medea, you walk through. I think all of your spouses are probably there, and they are getting ready for a funeral that's probably going to happen in a day.
Yeah.
I think Nephros will look at Quinn and be like, "Oh hey."
Hi.
And Hakeem will kind of run over to you and hug you very tightly.
I'm hugging back. I'm also, as soon as that hug ends, I'm finding Rawl and hugging the shit out of him too.
Yeah, Rawl is there. He has like some bandages and he looks very tired, you know, because he did
Come back from the dead.
the dead. Yeah. I
Probably not for the first time though.
No, I think it's the first time. I think he's very hesitant to let you go. Sorry. It was... Well... I'm sorry.
It's not your guys' fault.
Who do you have under the...
Evidence? Unfortunately, of the familiar sort.
Camellia.
Yes.
I think, like, everyone in the room, they're, like, eyebrows, like, raised, and they're, like... I think you see Bruner that's just kind of like, do I really want to be in this room right now? And she kind of, like, shies away, while Hakeem is just kind of like, we'll get her a room.
Thank you. Just not a good idea to keep her at the department right now.
Probably not. Probably keep her very down low here. I don't know that we want to necessarily be caught with her.
Nope.
All of the options are bad.
Yeah.
Have you met Hakeem before?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I was. Didn't I save his life? Oh wait, no, that was the other group.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the other
I need
group
to
did.
talk to him for a little bit.
Yeah, I did talk to
But I
him.
mean, like, you've been present while he's been meeting Bren before.
Oh, that's true. That's true. My bad.
We never had a one-on-one.
Right?
I'd never let that happen.
Okay.
I don't trust you.
If you guys would like to have some tea, some food, be my guest. I'll make sure she gets all situated. And then we can talk about what you were up to,
Yeah.
and how you're doing.
It's quite a doozy.
Good job for not killing your mother, by the way. That was very brave of you.
Thanks.
I think Camellia gets kind of carried away to like a room.
Undercard.
I think before Camellia is carted away, I would look at her and just go, I'm gonna check in on you at least once a day. Let me know how you're treated here. And I'd like inside eye Medea.
Jesus Christ.
I think it's... Thank you. That's fine.
Don't
I think
mistake
she's
it.
like,
Don't mistake it.
well, yeah, I gathered that much, but still, you have to say that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. And she gets kind of like,
Why are you looking at me?
I think looks at you with like, what the fuck was your childhood? Nothing good.
bad.
Bad.
I think genuinely that is like probably the sweetest anyone's ever been
No,
to
I'm
this
thinking about it. That's probably it.
That's probably the sweetest anyone's ever been.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Don't let Medea talk my ear off. And she like makes like a groaning face, and then Hakeem like kind of pushes her along to get into her room. Anything you guys talk about with the polycule? I mean, everyone looks sad as fuck.
Yeah, I'm depressed.
Everyone
I'm
is
making being
yeah,
really
it is
nervous
so
to my loves in my
dismal
life.
in this room, and I think there is such a notable, like especially for you, there's a notable accent.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you know, I might be in bad taste to talk business because I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but I guess I'm kind of interested in where we're supposed to go from here, because we've got underground laboratories all over, you know, the fingerprints of 2 clans. Did any of those documents that we got, like any of that research, seem to show any level of evidence that, like, yes, this was these 2 clans?
Well, you will have to go through it. There was a letter that had the Desai clan, like, what the fuck is it called?
Like
Their
seal-
crest.
Crest.
They're like crest
You mean
on
the
it.
Stallard?
There was
In-
there was a letter from the Desai clan, and there was a scientist with a Stallard crest on him.
Okay.
But there's nothing that really definitively points it to the Stallard as of yet. But you'll have to go through and see what you find out.
Well, we've got hopefully the information to prove that 2 clans are engaged in underground demon testing.
2 of them.
Yeah, we just learned
Stalin.
Stallard as well.
What is the evidence from Stallard?
And paper documents.
Okay.
Correspondence.
He's the other front runner in this race.
Which, if we can get this information public, would do quite well for your campaign, I'm guessing.
It definitely will. We'll have to.
We also have a person now who's willing to testify and corroborate all that information. So politics are lost on me. What is the next step here? Can we just come out with this? Do we need to? It feels like waiting too long is a bad idea,
Right.
but I understand if we can't just come out and say it.
Well, we'll have to. I want, reports on what all is happening that you found. Go through what you found. It would probably have to even go to trial.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll come out with this, and I guarantee you they'll say we're lying. On the worst case scenario, it leads to war. So, next step is just compile all the evidence we can. Talk to some legal advisors. Make some moves against their maybe home. Take it to the courts. Granted, they don't fly out the judges before we do.
Yeah. Welcome to politics.
You let us handle the politics, and we'll keep you posted. Try not to take too long, but going right now with we are ill prepared is also not a good idea.
Yeah.
And I already have a funeral to organize. So
Right. Well, I suppose I'll let y'all handle that,
thank you.
and I think Quinn will head out.
And we will go back to probably you, Medea, are spending a lot of time with your spouses right now,
Yeah.
especially in helping organize a funeral and everything. Back at the department. you bring and dump out all the files in the library?
Just shake them out on the floor.
Yeah, probably just dump them out on a table, like summon Karasi, Rogi, and Sasha and Bren.
Yeah, you as you walk through the door.
The Brain Trust and Bren.
The what?
The Brain Trust and Bren.
Right. Hey, his
As if
intelligence.
he's not part of the brain
His
trust.
intelligence.
He's
isn't-
not like these +5 motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's true.
I assume.
Look.
I mean, I assume he's.
He's got a
creepy.
+9 to history.
Okay.
Yeah. If this was a history book, that'd be great.
Well, have a +4.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
Fuck you. This is also a little bit history. So, whatever.
Oh, I mean, if there's religious
But
stuff
not
in there, that was-
history.
And religion, he has
Yeah.
a +9.
I'll make the trip down there as many times as I can.
Yeah, I guess in that case, I would help out one of them
Okay.
if possible.
I guess let's look at Sasha, because I have a stat block for her.
Actually, probably before helping out, I would be like, I'm gonna dump these on the table, and then I'm just gonna go say like hi to Matthias and give him the cheesecake.
Oh, right, you got him
Alright.
cheesecake.
Yeah,
He seems stoked about the cheesecake.
yeah, and then I'll just be like, hey, we just got back with a bunch of stuff to look at. If you want to join us, you can, but otherwise, do whatever.
I think he does. He doesn't actively help because he's just like, he walks in, he thinks it's gonna be cool, and
It's
it is-
paper.
it is a bunch of fucking papers, and he's just like,
This sucks.
but
What kind of role is this?
history or Arcana. Sorry, Arcana.
I can give assistance.
I can also
Otherwise, I can do it from the religion side, if that would be a check worth making. No.
Well, that's a nat 20.
Oh, okay.
So,
they're
Oh,
fine.
chill. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all massaging Sasha's shoulders.
yeah. You
I
bring
made her
Sasha.
tea.
You sit her down,
Yeah.
and you go, "You got this."
Yeah.
And she
Because
just
it's
starts
written.
going through shit like so fast. It's like it looks sped up,
Yeah.
but it's like real time at the same. You know.
Yeah.
Training. That's like Rocky in the back.
And we'll give you the bullet points I have, but it's Sasha giving it to you instead. So what they're doing to these people, it's more of an enchantment of the body, like you glanced at before, but it's a permanent one, and it seems that the abyssal runes that were carved into their skin kind of invoke different powers and abilities from certain creatures of the abyss.
Oh, sorry, I should have mentioned this before. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I do keep the Masao and Eska files separate.
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay.
I think because I asked one or two of you questions you might have, but
Okay.
so you were unsure of are they stable?
Mhm.
Because when you guys were infected, you are crazy and you have to go in a cage for a couple months.
Yeah.
So they are considered stable. They're not gonna lose control and start eating people at any given moment.
Mm-hmm.
Towards the beginning of the experiment, they were not, and those people have since been killed, and then they were dissected for more information. And I think you see different drawings and real people that this happened to. I think there is also a give and take involved in this process where the soul of the individual does end up actually having to go to that layer of the abyss the demon is originally from when they die. I think mentally there's a chance of becoming unstable, obviously, but they are in control of their powers in a sense. You kind of see this whole process. It's kind of a little bit different for a couple different people, but you have to carve the abyssal runes into the person, which then it's like a preparatory action for them to handle the powers. There's also then a blood transfusion from a demon into the person. which is usually very painful, and I think you see there are examples of people who aren't able to handle that, which is once again similar to the Eskin curse, where some people, when they're infected, they just end up dying because their body can't handle transformation and the demon cells overwhelm them. Or they'll have to be killed. After that, they have to train extensively to utilize their powers. And I think the runes and the blood transfusions are kind of like a longer step as well. Ish. But like it's more than just a one time and done. It's a couple steps to it.
Yeah.
So that's what you figure out about the soldiers.
This is so resonating.
Maybe it's sunk into my head.
Yeah.
Resident Evil has.
I'm like, this is so T-virus.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is so resident of Evil Creek.
When the residents are evil. Oh my god, Camellia!
She's gonna get you. There's also the Desai clan letter. It was a whole letter that had their seal on it. Which, other than the letter as you open it, it says, we have continued testing on soldiers and it seems to be going well. And I just think you see continue just talk about, the research and dispersal through certain ranks of the military. Like that's what they want to start doing, and that's what they are doing now. But you don't really get any specifications on when or who. But it's a letter with the Desai clan seal on it that says we're doing this. That's what you guys get.
Okay.
That's my info dump for you.
No other mentions of Stallard involvement or anything?
That's what you can find. And you also have that little note from last time, which was like, I commend you for your achievements. You have upgraded chosen soldiers and also well-AS.
Okay, yeah.
Info dump. That's what you get. And I think Sasha stands up in front of you guys and she just vomits this out. Good.
You did great.
Thank you. She bows a little bit.
Kinda hot.
Hey, thanks.
How old's Sasha?
She's in her 20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even somebody I've never talked to.
Yeah,
I'm like, what if she's
She's a
35?
purple too, and she's like purple. Let me look.
That's an 8 feet tall cow guy.
Purple.
That's so
Height.
funny, actually.
And the half,
Between
this-
7 and feet tall, she's 7.5 feet tall, and like you
Swag.
say,
So
This
Daisy,
is
it's kind of hot. She
Arcadius
looks
and
down at you,
Gordon.
and she's like, thanks.
Oh my god,
Daisy's
Daisy-
into that.
Daisy could fit in that hoo-ha.
Yeah. Crawling around in there.
This is not the haunted vagina.
She gets to curl up and take a nap.
This is, oh my god.
You do the kabe dan to her or whatever, and it's just her legs.
her knees at most.
I think we had talked about this with Gus before, and Gus was like, Daisy could say, do you like it when bugs crawl around on you or something? Because you're so small and you just scuttle around on her.
This is so Clayton Arcadius coded. It's my cowboy ranger and his gay lover. Guess who's when there's a furball gonna halfling there?
Oh, he was a halfling?
Yeah, if Clayton's a halfling.
I did not pay attention to that part of the dog.
Damn.
Damn, dude.
Anyway, also guys, I have been reorganizing the previous research you guys were doing, Christy was doing.
Right.
We've brought some stuff back here. So I don't know if you guys also want to give that a look, because Bren, because you mentioned the Raven Queen was like, Christy wasn't mine. I could not intervene in that.
Mm-hmm.
Bren mentioned that maybe I shouldn't be messing around with it too much because I don't have your friendship bracelets.
That is a good point. Thank you for being careful with that.
But we did. Which can I talk to you alone?
Me, Nadir?
Yes, you, Nadir.
Yeah.
See ya.
And I was like, fuck off.
That's my cue to fuck off.
We'll go to the roof.
We'll go to. Yeah, you guys go to the roof.
Yeah.
It is nap time.
So I was going through Christy's work and everything, and I found a personal journal of hers, and she was looking into ways to help cure you, taking notes on your transformations, and Karasi seems to think she had some good theories, and I think she'll show you the notebook of hers, and little doodles from Christy, and little things of little questions to herself, and notes would this be painful? Would the deer find this okay? I don't know. And then I don't know what you want to do with this info or the desert demons, but I mean, potential option.
Yeah, there's some more information that I didn't put on the table that pertains to this subject. But I don't know if it really needs to be secret, but just for now, if you have some time later to look into some of that as well, that would be helpful.
Yeah, I mean, curses and biology isn't necessarily my forte, but I wouldn't say I'm dumb.
I wouldn't say that either. I would like to maybe get Karasi to look at it too, but I have only just met her.
Yeah, I talked to her a little bit, and now it's not the same, but she does seem like a good person.
I will take that into consideration as...
We have fun in the library anyway.
That's good. I think
Not
you're probably...
not in that way.
But this is good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go pick up my research mess and organize that.
Yeah, and me and my team of not very good researchers will...
I can be there and help you, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean maybe for...
Or maybe Bren would be better off
best
helping
case
you.
scenario, maybe it should just be us with the, as you said, friendship bracelets.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Bren is decent. So
That's
I
true.
would maybe ask him, as much as I want to help, because it would be interesting. Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you very much for your work.
She'll pat you on the shoulder and head out. What do you do with the Masao and Eska files? Are you sharing?
Yeah, I think I'll eventually share that with Bren, and then be like, should we have Sasha and or Karasi look at this?
Okay. I guess we can do that, and then we'll do the Tilfira funeral.
I had ideas about that, by the way.
You had a what?
I had ideas about that,
Okay.
and I forgot to send them to you.
If you wanted to set the scene for the Tilfira funeral, I will allow that.
Is
And
it
honestly, it's mostly normal funeral, but it's to the point where it's you would put things down on the casket before it's buried. There's a difference there.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it bug themed?
No.
Yeah, they dump a bunch of bugs over there.
Yeah, it's the flesh-eating beetles from the
She
Mummy movies.
fucking
yeah.
loved bugs.
Yeah. Don't we all?
Don't we all?
We do.
It feels more like the other wife's thing.
Which one? Oh no, the
Broomer?
Broomer.
That
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
That could be Broomer, and that could also be Moon's thing, but Moon's a spouse, not a wife.
Yeah.
I can only think of Boomer, my man.
Boomer.
How dare you reduce my wife/spouse to Boomer?
Would you rather
Aaron
be
just said
Boomer or
how
Broomer?
behavior.
Ooh, that's a good question.
What did you say?
rather be boomer or groomer?
Oh no.
It had to be one of those.
You can't use the groomer one. That's the bachelor's group chat.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Bloomers.
Anyway, should we do research rolls on these files?
Yeah. What kind of research role should I be making here?
This is probably a history or arcana. You can have advantage because Bren is there.
What if I only have ones as additions to those things?
That is your future husband.
That's all mine. Fine. Bren can roll. Oh my god.
I would roll if I thought it would be possible.
Oh, let's do this. Okay. That is a 23.
Okay. Did he give himself guidance?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Doesn't need to. You found out that the how the curse works is essentially what you can gather from here, what Bren's extent of knowledge goes to. The curse inflicted on the Eskin people is essentially introduces demon blood into their system. Firstly, the gas introduced, demon cells through the respiratory system where they attach to the host. And then the curse is transmitted via blood. So demon cells enter the new host, existing alongside the other cells. The demon cells require blood or flesh to sustain themselves. If they're not sustained, they will take down the rest of the system with them. So that's like stuff that isn't quite new,
Yeah.
but you see it.
Formalized.
It's formalized and you see the plan and the planning, the planning behind it and all the steps they went through to make this, all the people, same with these augmented soldiers, all the people they killed in their labs to develop this. I mean, and maybe right now isn't the best time for Akir to be flying around if Eska has to defend itself.
Yeah.
But Akir would be ideal, right?
Yeah. Akira would be ideal. I wouldn't take it for some time, but I think there are definitely people who deserve a break from
Then
this.
our best option is Karasi and Sasha.
You got to spend some time with Karasi, right?
Yeah. And I can spend more time with her. I can, really thoroughly make sure she is trustworthy.
Yeah. She seems like a good person. I want to trust her, but over these last months, I keep being told verbally or just through the actions of others that you can't trust people all the time in this world.
I know.
And that's not the way I want things to be. But now I have to think about it.
We will spend more time with her, but she left the lab as soon as she found out what they were doing. She quite literally risked her life
Yeah,
to get us this information.
that's true.
Not,
Maybe we can call her in and just ask her if she's a bad person.
you know what? We can even do a zone of truth about it.
If we want to, sure.
Yo, were you evil or
Are
something?
you? Yeah,
Like-
call her in and say, "Are
like
you
me
evil?"
at the gloves.
Yeah. Hey, are you evil?
I guess I would actually want to call her in.
Oh yeah, I think Karasi is brought in. Hi, can I help you guys? What? Am I in trouble?
No.
Yes.
This has to do with an extra set of research here that pertains specifically to me and my people. Do you think of yourself as a trustworthy person?
Yes?
Would you, if you were to learn how to make a bomb that would transform people into demons, would you use that on people?
I think she does make kind of like a horrified look. It's like, oh my god, no. What?
Good answer.
Do
Good
you want me
answer.
to do that?
No.
I thought she was gonna say yes. That's fucking crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
And then I think Nadir will just kind of like think about Quinn saying, you should maybe like trust people and vet them a little bit, and is going to kind of override that thought in his head and just kind of explain
Everything.
the curse. Not necessarily like Nadir's whole background with it or
Right.
anything, but just kind of the general all of that.
Yeah, do you show her the papers too?
Yeah, the Esca papers. I'll leave them Masao wants to Bren if he wants to do stuff
That
like that.
is horrific.
Yeah.
It's funky French.
I will see what I can do.
Yeah, it is. I don't wish to have this.
I
For
don't
a
think
long time.
many people would.
Sorry, I meant the cure.
Oh, the cure. Oh,
For some time.
sorry.
No, you're good. But I think there are people who should have the option to not have to, or new people who this may happen to.
I will. Yeah.
Whatever you can do is good.
I can see what I can do. I don't know how long it'll take. I mean, I don't get me wrong. Your facilities here are great, but it is
We're not funded very well.
it's no top of the line lab, but you know what? Undergrad labs were, abysmal.
Yeah. I guess it is pretty important that nobody else learns this information. I think.
Should I convert my
would-
room into a lab?
We gave you a room.
Yes.
Oh, that's good of us.
And it's just kind of like kind of pinches the bridge around as I was loving it.
I didn't know we had like a whole apartment building here. I thought we'd have to start doubling up or something.
They just take an eye out of her room.
I mean, we had to put the play place and the camels in the same room.
Yeah, but that was because it was funny.
But yeah, if at some point I would like to destroy all evidence of any of this technology,
That can be done.
besides maybe the cure, I don't know. But
Okay.
if there is one,
Hopefully there will be.
that is kind of the thing at the end of the day is this may be a dead end.
Well, I'm not going to start my research out thinking that it might be a dead end. I'm
Correct.
going to go until I find it, because there always is a way.
That's why you're the researcher.
Did offer to do this like half a campaign ago, but no.
Say Nadia offered to do
And
this.
she literally did offer. She's like, hey, do you want
that's
people to start
evil
looking for
Jim.
Yeah, but you also added the caveat of like, this can help my husband win.
That was mostly to give him a reason to trust her. She's like, I want this to work. Here's why.
When she makes demon bombs and releases them into the world, Quinn will be waiting for his apology.
Yeah, I hope Karasi does that to everyone.
and Nadir's gonna be like, I am so sorry, and Quinn's gonna be like,
Silent treatment.
It'll last like a whole 5 minutes. It'll be devastating.
Yeah. So I think Karasi probably goes to her room and, you know, she's gonna do her stuff. She's going to set up shop. She's gonna do her best. You see maybe in the coming days, like, she's carrying boxes of, like, secondhand, like, lab equipment, and she looks like she's setting up, like, a meth shop or something in her room.
She could be.
And she could be. That she's gonna give the
You gotta get money somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly
all
Fred's
we
not doing
know.
well in terms of convincing people to give him funding.
Yeah, can we start growing marijuana like in our courtyard?
Yeah.
Did we get paid for this last mission, by the way?
Oh yeah, 750 gold.
Hell yeah, brother.
Each.
Yes.
Just triple checking.
yes.
How shitty would
I
that
need to
be?
spend money.
I should do that, you guys.
One of these days.
I
be like,
basically just made back what I
You
just
guys are gonna
spent
start
on,
writing down like, oh
teleportation.
yes, $700 each. I'm like, no, for the party.
Guys, successful internal audit. Am I right?
Literally.
We didn't even need the papers that in case we got trespassing.
True.
That's
Yeah.
because we just
We
killed
should
everybody.
have. We should have just started a war between them.
But the next
Would make things
day
go faster.
Yeah.
is
Not my problem.
Kira's funeral, which
Yeah,
I
but-
think is a very similar procession to Christie's. You know, where caskets brought walk to the graveyard where, you know, grave is dug and they set the casket in. And there's always the part of the Rathmornian funeral service where you lay personal items on the casket.
Yeah. I will say, instead of this is an Alden take on the tradition, where instead they will lay an item that is
Alden?
personal.
Huh?
Oh my god, Alden?
What?
Oh my god, Alden?
Oh my god.
He's
They,
here now.
instead of just laying down something personal to them that reminds them of the
This is a
person
soft launch.
deceased, specifically because they are the spouses, normally just be the one spouse, but there are
Right.
7 of them.
There's so many.
So their wedding rings, right? Their wedding rings are 7 individual thin strands of metal of different colors all woven together with Tilfira's death, the strand that represented hers.
Mm-hmm.
And this is included, they actually did this to her wedding ring as well, and you do the same thing. That strand was unwoven, so there's a very obviously missing gap in their wedding rings, and that was instead added to and forged into. You guys know those like forever like chain bracelets where it's like literally once they're on, like you have to break them to get them off.
Yeah.
It's forged into a piece of jewelry where that's where each of the living and the deceased member of the partnership has one of those on. So it's sort of like, okay, so you're apart from us, but you're still a part of us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. For some reason, I was like, what if one of them has to get an MRI? As if
It's the only piece of modern medicine technology they have.
Yeah.
I was like,
Hey, that's like the one reason. That's why I was just like, oh wait, no, but you can't do that for medical reasons. I'm like, bitch, they don't have fucking MRIs. Yes, I can do this.
I truly was sitting here like, what if
Oh my god, well, they
like,
need
Quinn defeats Medea with a giant magnet.
to. Yeah.
okay.
That's awesome.
The magical MRI says I can't carry the symbolic piece of my wife's soul with me.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Really? We have like a metalsmith there at the MRI shop or fucking
MRI shop.
where you go to get your MRI.
Yeah, exactly.
Ye old
Ye
MRI.
old MRI.
It's separate from the doctor. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
it's
Separate building,
there's
next
the
door.
apothecary, the healer, the MRI shop. That's canon.
Oh my god.
I feel like MRI would have to stand for something else too, like magic something.
Magic.
Well, what does real MRI stand for to you?
Magnetic resonance imaging.
Yeah, magical
racism
resonance.
image.
Alright, yeah.
Whoa.
Hey guys, I figured out what my next mini campaign / one shot character in the Rathmorn / this world's universe is. It's the guy. It's the bitch who discovered MRI.
Oh my god, it's Mr. MRI.
Savage.
Mr. I.
Mr. I. Mr. Imaging himself.
Mr. Imaging himself.
Oh my god.
I'll probably in the coming days, friend will approach you.
Oh my god.
Hey, before you left on that mission, we talked about maybe going out for dinner.
Oh yeah. Let's go
I
to
think you'd be
dinner.
happy my wife is dead. No, that doesn't happen.
They cheers over to Kira's grave. And
Yeah, we're gonna hit the Fortnite.
a bitch has never done anything to us, but
Literally.
we're gonna hit it.
I will
anyway.
say, she was, out of all of them, the politician.
Yeah,
So, like,
No one in the Olda family's done anything bad to Eskins or Missowans.
yeah, never did
Never
that.
done that. Yeah, where do you want to go?
It does not matter too much to me. I am not. I'm not the flavor guy, you know.
I've heard Arby's is a really great.
What do you mean you're not? Oh, right,
Yeah.
right.
I have to eat human flesh and blood, and
Right, yeah.
anything else reminds me of that,
I see.
and so it's
What about drinks with the goblin?
Yeah.
Wait, so you're
I love how you instantly ruined the mood.
you're telling me
It's that failboy Riz.
that Medea said,
I'm gonna steal a gummy bear.
"Would are you?" No, don't listen.
That's actually terrifying.
Are you Latino?
No, I don't. No one listen to me. I'm not here.
Oh
No,
goodness.
we'll go get drinks at the goblin instead.
Oh yeah, let's just get drinks.
Yeah. I think we'll
my God.
cut to. Let's do the non-emotional D&D playlist because this maybe is more fun and jovial.
I forgot this was here.
You left it here?
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, look your hand.
You know, is there anything that was so solid?
It wasn't.
And just the
It like.
the sound of
Yeah,
it.
no, I actually
Oh,
fish.
okay.
The
Yeah.
sound of it though.
Yeah, it was on
That tongue licked around.
Hey, what's
my
that tongue
hand.
do?
Licked
Lick
around,
around
my
the hand,
Yeah.
but-
A little wraparound.
Me when I lick the back of your hand from the front.
I have,
Hit it from the
We get the
front,
same
lick it from the
reaction.
back.
I have too many questions.
And I have no answers.
That's
Fantastic.
I
Yeah,
just,
Tim, it was a sticky tongue.
sometimes I just choose to zone out. And
No, I do. I zone them out a lot.
We'll do a fun little montage, you know. You guys go out, maybe you disperse, you get maybe dressed a little bit nicer,
Yeah.
ish,
Yeah.
you know, a button up or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
This is true.
your nicest cloak,
Yeah. Layers. Add layers.
add layers,
It's the only way to spice up a man's outfit.
yeah, and reconvene at the front door, where I think Bren and you walk to the goblin. Our on the classic start of every date are Otto and Bren, not Otto, Bren, Otto and Quinn's just standing smoking outside.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, you watch as Mandir and Bren walk down the front steps, looking a little bit nicer than usual.
And they're leaving together?
After they leave, I'm just like, what do you think that's about?
I think you know.
I think they're boy kissers.
not
Oh my God,
boy
like-
kissers.
Are they like?
And Otto does like the limperous thing. They're limperous.
Oh shit. Okay.
You tell me you didn't catch on that.
Nope.
Even after.
I don't pay attention to that.
Not even after Bren's
Flashback
dead
to a
lover.
conversation that Deer and Quinn were having. I would hit anything that moves. He was not listening.
Quinn has like a mallet, so would I.
And then flashback to the conversation that Quinn and Bren had where Quinn was like, you know what, if you like Nadir, you should follow your heart.
Yeah, Quinn's a little stinker, okay?
Thinker. and you forgot her.
You forgot. Like
Oh.
an old man does.
Yeah. You're getting Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
It's coming.
I think it's like 2 hours later, while we're still smoking on the porch. I'm like, oh shit! I told him to do that.
God damn. But anyway, you
It's
guys
the next
go
thing
to
we're
the
gonna
Goblin,
presentation, yeah.
where
Maybe
there's
she
crab
already
themed
did.
drinks. That is the
Ooh.
thing. The special tonight is the
Come
crab.
get crabs at the Goblin.
The crab blended margarita.
Do they have the shaken
With the
crab
shell?
martini?
They do.
Okay.
So like they make martini
Old-fashioned but
and they
crab.
put crabs in and they shake it and the crabs are
Shake it
super
faster.
dizzy
Yeah.
and you watch them just kind of like wander around dizzily for a while and then they start fighting each other in the glass.
Abusing crabs is so amusing.
Yeah, that's like nope, that's not right.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, like.
Otto jumped out. Otto was really excited about crab abuse.
I was just so
Yeah,
happy for
that's
you.
like
too.
their
Wants to
whole
support you
thing,
all
and I
day.
think they are like this chain. I think there's at least one in every country now, but they got real big off of the crab drinks, which you think wouldn't be popular, but they're so awesome.
Yeah. It's quite good.
They have crab rangoon.
Yes.
They're like alive crab rangoons, but
they're alive
they
inside.
just like stick like a cream cheese thing into their mouth and just pump them full of it.
Oh my
Yeah.
They actually do the whole deep fried like concoction, and then they just do like they're filling a cannoli, but they shove a crab inside.
Yeah.
Crunchy.
Crab abuse is fine in this world. It
Yeah.
is encouraged.
They don't feel anything.
They don't.
Actually, they like it.
They like it. They do. They're little freaks
Yeah.
that like it.
Yeah.
All
They have, like, no
crabs.
brain cells.
Get crabs at the
Which
Goblin.
for so long of the first campaign in this world, I forgot Oz just did have a crab from the Goblin.
Yeah, the battle
like,
armored
the
crab.
Battle armored crab just on you at all times.
Yes, he did.
So like when you tried to stop the Death Horseman from leaving and you almost killed yourself, there was a crab on your shoulder
Yes, there was.
the whole time.
Yeah, you made that little crab watch you almost kill yourself.
And I would do it again.
But yeah, no,
I'm
you
not
get
sure if you knew
drinks,
what was
maybe bread,
happening.
you get something to eat. You guys walk around the town, stopping maybe at a couple different stands. Is there anything you had in mind? I think I'd asked you this week, but if not, just a little think montage.
Yeah, I don't think I had anything specific.
Maybe as you guys are walking, Bren will brush your hand with his fingers and
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's about
And
the
I
hand.
grab his penis.
he gently gives you a hint, like let's hold hands, and then you just turn and you just grab him.
And
He
twist.
shrieks.
I like to think
And
that
also-
adds a twist in there.
Fine thing there.
I'm sorry, you're
Oh
creepy
man,
right
he's
then.
fuming.
No, I just had to focus very hard on like calming down enough to swallow so I didn't spit it on the table.
No, I probably grabbed his hand. Like a normal functional person.
You can hear some day in the
Grab
morning.
his penis. No. You guys start to hold hands a little bit, and eventually make your way back to the apartment. Going face to face with the old fucks on the porch.
Quinn
It's a lot
is
of ruffles.
Quinn is like all of his being is going to
How much do you
holding
like
back a joke about how Bren must have a type with his second date with a cannibal. And Quinn, you like literally y'all start walking up and Quinn's like,
I think he gives you a side eye,
I know
he
what
knows
you're
what you
thinking.
want to say. I feel, and he's just like. But you guys go inside. Maybe you guys are alone in this hallway now, or at his office, or his bedroom. I don't know, whichever one of the doors. This was a lot of fun. I don't think I've really had a nice night like this in a long time. gonna guess you haven't either.
Yeah, it has been a while since it's been something like this. It was quite nice. We'll have to do it again between all of our world helping activities and jobs.
Yeah, this might be good for our mental health to at least have a night every once in a while.
Yes, my psychiatrist has been telling me that. I don't have a psychiatrist.
I was gonna say, I was like, what other, who would be your psychiatrist here? Everyone is.
Well, they're not licensed if they were.
Would probably be the. I was gonna say, I'm probably the closest thing to a psychiatrist here, but
You would be volunteering yourself for something with
Luann.
Luann is HR.
yeah, there's Luann, but
She's pulling double duty.
I don't know how well that would go, honestly.
yeah. She might just start punching if you get too sad about things or something.
Or she might say that we should start punching.
Oh yeah.
But I think he'll give me a kiss on your cheek.
I'll give him one on his other cheek. Like the other side of his
Okay.
face.
I was gonna
It's
say,
like
I'm like,
what
are you
other
kissing his
cheek?
ass right now?
Literally.
We'll meet up soon. I mean, we live in the same building.
We
so.
do. So, I'll see you tomorrow.
And the deer will kind of like give him like a little bit of like a cheeky smile and is gonna skip down the hallway.
Gus is so good at making awkward characters that can't flirt.
That's just Gus.
That's just Gus.
It,
I'm
How
not
did
here to
he
flirt,
land
I'm
you
here to
again?
squirt.
He's funny.
Ain't we all, brother? Ain't we all?
Man makes every potential flirting comment so awkward with his rebuttal immediately.
I'm still very fond of, will you be my boy queen?
I know!
That was so
When you
good.
propose to your
Oh.
boyfriend, like, call me boy
Will
queen.
you be my boy queen?
I haven't had
No,
it coming.
it's serious.
He's the boy queen. That's what he is. I have to pee, so I'll let you guys do whatever roleplay you want to do amongst yourselves.
Alright.
Quinn's
so,
standing at the end of the hallway. Disgusting.
You alright.
Spit it
Okay,
out.
but
Yeah.
we all walk down into the basement because we'll say Gregor called us down there.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey guys, I just found this new room. Well, okay, I stumbled into two different rooms here. First, I came and I accidentally walked into this room, and we look at the door and it says penis and small man chamber.
In small.
And now here's my question: do I walk across the hallway to this other room, and everybody looks over, penis and big man chamber? Now, everyone should discuss: should Gregor do this?
Yeah.
The question is,
Well-
did he already walk to the first one and that's why he has a problem?
Yeah. So he went into the penis and small
I
man
think
chamber.
he
by
has to
accident.
go to the penis and Bigman chamber. This
Yeah.
time. It's
Yeah.
the only way to undo the damage.
I think
Gregor, tell me where you were at before.
I don't have the information. Should I just roll like a d6?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what should I roll for? What's the best thing for penis size?
D12.
Yeah,
D12?
D12.
Yeah,
I was gonna
Yeah.
say D6. You're
You're
limiting
limiting.
to
What's
6
going?
inches.
Which is, I think,
It
average.
started at 6. It's at 6.
Okay,
Started at
okay.
6.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Did it
So
D-
what did
That's
the
an
Should,
average.
should I roll a d4 for the installment or a d6 for the installment?
D6.
D6 for
Yeah,
small.
D6 for
Yeah.
the installment.
Oh,
You're not in charge anymore.
Installing ring?
5.
5.
So he only lost an inch.
In the
No,
basement.
he
No,
lost
lost.
5.
So he's
Oh,
at
you
1
lost
inch
5
right
inches?
now.
Installment
Yeah.
and room
Bro's
of
1 inch
enlargement.
hard. 1 inch.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Okay.
And he's
I feel
already
like I have to roll
already walked through the
D6
small.
again.
Gregor, you have to do this.
Now we're telling Gregor he needs to go through the
You
larger
need to go
Oh,
through the
he's
enlargement.
Gregor right now.
one. Yes.
Well, I just had Gregor explain the problem to us.
Wait,
Oh,
can you
I
get the D6?
So then, walking into the penis and big-man chamber.
Okay.
What die do we roll for that?
D20.
D20. Okay.
Oh no! That's
So
aggressive.
he's at 1 inch right now.
Yeah, he's got
He's
1
down
inch.
to 1 inch because
Yeah.
And this is Gregor.
Yes.
This is Gregor.
Yeah.
This is unfortunate.
Are him and Sasha involved or no?
5.
Oh, so the
Awesome.
dice said he will only
Yeah,
have
I
what he was
think you
born
should
with.
go in there one more time, Gregor.
The gods gave
Just to
him.
be sure.
The
Please
gods gave him
roll
what they
in that
gave him.
one. It'd be so funny.
I don't think you can. I think you
I
have
don't
to
think you
like
can double or
alternate.
march. I don't think you
think
can
if you're
double
going to
or
go
march.
in there
Oh,
multiple
you
times.
can't.
Okay, so he could go back into the small.
Okay, go back to the small chamber. You got to get a little. I mean, if you're gonna go through this, you might as well get, you know,
Some
a little
extra
bit
ones.
longer.
Would
Right.
Gregor walk back into like after he gets his penis back to pretty normal?
Yeah, that's like a normal size.
Yeah. Would he go back into the Smallman chamber so that he could go back into the embiggenment chamber?
I think he starts to be like, no, I don't want to do that. And then Matthias cuts in. He goes, do it, no balls. And it's like, fine, I'll go back in.
Okay.
Okay.
In Smallman
And he
chamber.
pushes Matthias a little bit.
2 that time.
Okay, not
So we're
nearly
down
as
to
bad.
4.
Okay, we're down to 4,
Four
and let's
inches.
see.
Please let it be in that one. It'd be so fucking funny. Oh, it's a 10.
That's a 10. 14.
Oh,
He's got a third
okay.
leg.
Come now.
Yep, there
Yeah.
we go.
He gets back out and he's just like,
Timothy, this is Gregor. This isn't Nadir. It's just Gus voicing Gregor.
and I think he's like, I think I need to get custom pants.
There you do.
I know who Daisy's new conquest is.
Conquest, what has she conquered?
Yeah, she's not conquered shit, my guy.
She's
No matter your
She
definition,
wants
she's
to
of
obviously get
shit,
away
she
down
from
on
on a couple tables.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think mostly out of like.
That also was the only word I could think of.
No,
So.
I
The
think
only
we do.
conquest has been Bryce.
Oh my god.
Actually, yeah. I would say
Yeah.
Daisy was
Christy
the
got away
conqueror in that scenario.
Look, when Christy died, I really thought long and hard on if Daisy would try to reach out to Bryce or not. And I was like, no. She
It's
would
not
have
worth
enough
it.
self-awareness to know that
It's
was
never
not the
worth
thing.
it.
Also, both Daisy and Quinn, you guys both told Bren what Medea said, right?
Yes.
I don't think he'd be surprised.
No, but Bren does call you into his office.
Yeah.
This is-
Oh no, I'm going to the principal.
Yeah, you
This
are.
is honestly probably a couple days after the funeral, of course. You know, he does give you his condolences.
Yeah.
And, you know, be like, I get it, shit sucks. But, you know, a couple days go by, and he calls you into his office to sit down. Oh, right, Gus is up. I was like, oh, you're
You can sit back down. I'm going to be up for
Okay.
I'm gonna put on a different playlist.
Oh, you don't like this one?
Yeah, let's. Medea, why did you say you're gonna shoot everyone?
I fucking didn't. Fuck you.
Well,
Well, you did.
It was an implication at best.
That's
context
not
is
working
missing.
here.
Context, folks.
I can imagine that people be like, yeah, no, Medea said she'd shoot us in the head with no remorse. And it's just like, that is not nearly what
I
happened.
know the answer's no, but is Quinn here?
The answer's no, but if you do,
You could try and
You
listen in like
could.
you did when me and my husband's fucking
you have
nasty.
a bird that you can put places. If you want to listen in, because it's funny to me, I'll allow Quoth to be at the window,
Quote is at the
like
window.
listening in.
You love being in my shit. You love being in my shit.
Quote is
Don't trust you
listening
at all.
I think it's
I've
not
never
out of the
trusted
question if Quinn hears Bren be like, Medea, I want to talk to you in my office. Like Quinn is like,
Go, my raven, go.
go my raven, fly, get me the tea.
Change his voice. Quoth, be gone! You have words to find.
Was that quote?
Yes, that's what he said.
Fly, steady quoth.
Medea's gonna get yelled at.
I hope you know. Aaron, Spencer were just like, yeah, Medea. They like the shit that's going on.
Yup. So either
Aaron
folks.
supporting Aaron's.
And he'll sit you down.
Oh, sorry, let me get into character.
I'm-
Mine were
I'm-
silly.
Called you in because I did hear about what you said at the lab to your sister when you implied that if it would further Hakim's goal or if you had to, you would kill everyone in the party if it meant keeping Hakim safe. That you'd do terrible things if asked by your spouses. Is this true?
You asked several questions there.
Is this true?
Which one?
All of them, Medea.
Well, would I do anything to keep the loves of my life safe? Yes. What's so hard to understand about that?
I understand.
You don't sound like you do.
Medea,
No one does. That's why I'm so confused.
do you understand? And I need you to understand.
And I want you to
no,
know I'm
you are
trying.
going to listen to me, Medea.
This is me listening. Get on with it.
So let me speak. Can you understand why it would be frustrating to hear someone imply, someone you turn your back to in battle, someone you let watch you while you sleep, someone you have trusted with your life for months, say something like that? Do you understand why they would be upset with that?
Ultimately, the way you are framing it, yes. But I don't get where the framework differs. We are on the same side. We didn't start that way.
Can I ask you a question?
Are you going to listen to my answer?
I will ask you a question. If Hakim decided that he'd actually rather use those augmented soldiers himself, he would take those and use them himself. Would he, if he were to say, use them to, I guess I'll put it in a framework of something maybe me and Nadir might be more hit us closer to home. If Masao and Eska wanted their freedom and Hakim decided that wasn't okay, and here are some demonic soldiers just ready to be used to put people back in their place, would you help them?
She will give that the due consideration it deserves. Just, making sure that he knows that she's being serious about her answer.
Because to Bren, this is a very real possibility, and I think you also know it could be a very real possibility.
Yeah. I want you to listen to my full answer without cutting in. You get to wait this time. What is with all of you? This is hypothetical, but I do want an answer at the end. What is with all of you posing these scenarios that currently do stand no chance at becoming reality? I, myself, and Hakim have been working for these past months against this, against demons and their involvement. To go backwards on it all would be counterproductive to everything we have done. Counterproductive, by might I add. Disgraceful, dishonoring my dead wife. Put me in a zone of truth. I say that with my whole chest. Dishonoring my dead wife, who was working with us against such ends. Before I knew you all, maybe I would have. But I know what I do now. Are you asking me if my morals would protest against such a thing? I can't say that. That's a yes. But this has hurt me. This has hurt the people I love. And despite the fact that you all seem dead set on this, I actually do like you people. I don't enjoy the fact that, yes, in the hypothetical situation where it was you or my spouses, that I would pick my spouses over you. I don't enjoy that.
But it's what I know myself, and I know what I would pick. Would I do it? In this hypothetical scenario? Well, in that hypothetical scenario, I wouldn't know you all. As it stands now, I genuinely, it's a no, because it wouldn't fucking happen. You'll love to just pitch these moral quandaries that don't exist and decide this is obviously something that I need to know. Yeah, maybe it sucks to think of. People are capable of many things. You know that. You think you've never done anything that you don't regret in your life? But you're choosing to do different now? Yes. So many months of fighting with each other. We're aligned, at the very least, in that maybe we don't want the same things, but we need to do similar things to do them. Apparently, that doesn't amount to anything to you or anyone in this group.
Medea, I would say that to them, not so aggressively, but I would tell them that. Because the way it sounded, do you understand how it sounded?
I know, of course, how it sounded. That's what Camellia fucking does. That's what all of me and my one sisters do.
And
anything to gain an advantage. That's what she was doing. And they let her.
And also, Medea, to people from the Sound Esfel, these hypotheticals we pitch at you that you think would never happen, they could and they have happened.
I know that.
So
but the field is changed.
Has it?
You think it hasn't?
Not much.
But it still has. That is my point. And yet none of you refuse. All of you refuse. Not all of you. There is a difference. It's minuscule sometimes. Sometimes it might seem almost non-existent. It is there and it matters. But ultimately, I guess that matters how much everyone else in the group puts it on. You know, I would like to say I should say to everyone else. Seems like I need to say everything I said to you too. By the way, you
when people come to me and tell me what you said, they were upset, Medea. They were distrustful of you. How else am I have to speak to you about this. And a little bit it makes me feel, it made me feel distrustful of you as well.
You came in looking for a fight. Anytime anyone goes into anything looking for a fight, they're going to find one. That's rule number one of negotiating. Conflict.
I called you in to speak to you about an issue with your party.
That may have what this happened. You say this is an issue of trust, and I will speak with them since it's clear that none of them are willing to speak with me first. Beyond Quinn, who has. If you can't find yourself to trust me to, at the very least, want to do the same things even for different ends, trust that I'm a spiteful bitch. Alright? That seems to be something everyone can agree on. I'm a spiteful bitch. And this spiteful bitch doesn't want all of her work against all these people who have caused me and mine so many problems to go to waste. Since that seems to be something that people can trust from me.
Can you roll me a persuasion?
Dead honest. Dead honest.
That's why it's not deception.
Yeah. Can I get my test rolls out? Because I didn't do that earlier. Before I roll this. Fuck you! Okay, that's fine, because I have a plus 11 to persuasion and I rolled a 17, so we're fine. It's 28.
Oh, 28?
Yeah.
I think he kind of sit backs and considers what you have to say.
I have more reasons that I think I can be trustworthy than this, but it seems like my negative qualities are ones that will be considered best here. I'm not saying that to be spiteful, actually, for once. Despite me just saying I'm a spiteful bitch. Just seems to be that that's the one that people hold the most weight in.
I do trust that what we are doing aligns now. And I know you are a great asset to this department. You've done great work with these people before. I've seen your work. You gotta open up to them a little bit.
If this is how they react when I do, you really think they'll want to?
You need to show them everything, even if it's ugly. Quinn did. You know what Quinn has done. And he's family. There's no other person I would rather have watch my back than Quinn. I don't even know how many people the man has killed.
I don't think he knows.
Incalculable.
And the number grows every day.
And I don't think I want to know. Anai has no fucking clue who she is or was. Who knows what she's done.
Or what she is.
Or
who she's done.
What
Oh my
she
God.
is, even, for that matter.
I'm so sure you and Hamiel are ex-lovers. I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, that'd be genius though.
Nadir is literally a scorpion monster. Literally. Daisy came in here for rent. I'm not gonna lie.
The
She's
problem
kinda
is that we
through the
corrupted
ringer.
her.
She's been through a lot,
Yes.
but the thing is that she has people here for her to get her through that. And people are willing to help others get through that here. Open up a little bit. Don't make it political or strategic. I don't know.
I think Medea and when he says don't make it political or strategic, like Medea has a look on her face that Brent can see, and it's just literally just like,
Yeah, like, do you even know how to do... I don't know if you even know how to do that, Medea, but...
the personal is political. I mean that on a very literal level.
Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry, Ozzy's sack.
Azu's sad.
Sad. I can hold a Q&A session if you think that would help them feel safe around me again.
A Q&A with Medea.
Honestly,
Ask me anything.
not the worst idea that I've heard.
Zone of truth.
You,
ask me anything.
if I come to them one-on-one, I don't know if that'd be better than them having them come as a group to approach me.
Which one would you prefer?
Whichever one gets them to not be afraid of me, because apparently that's the issue. I'm not gonna lie, I struggle a bit with their mentality. I really do. I know my mentality differs from them. I'm putting it up to your expertise as someone who gets their mentality better than I. Which one do you think they would benefit better from?
They are... Medea, you said this was in your conversation with that you don't have, or to Camellia, that when it comes to you, your only limits are your spouses. Correct?
Correct. Them lines in the sand.
Okay. Sorry, that was DM.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
My bad. But you answered as Medea possessed you, it's fine.
Yeah.
She
She popped out. She broke the fourth wall.
Yeah. They are people with limits past their loved ones. The limit is what's good. That is their mentality. If a loved one asks them to go to such extremes, they that's their mentality.
You can sort of see her kind of like bitterly like laughing on her breath. And before I met my husband's wife, spouse, do you think I had limits?
No.
They had the better option than how I was. I can say that to them if they want. This is the better version of me.
You asked me what their mentality is versus your mentality. Your limit is your spouse's. Their limit is this plane of existence.
Back on point. Group or individual?
Are you good over there, Gus?
Yeah, no, I'm listening while I'm just standing.
Oh, okay.
I can stand up if you want to go
No.
down.
I was just
Keep
like,
going.
You know what?
Gus is too into the zone right now.
Talk to. Maybe the best to talk to first is Quinn. I don't know how well Nadir wants to talk to you alone.
No, I don't think he would. He was actually one of my main considerations in terms of the group.
Which with him, and I guess with me, but him, he remembers it far more vividly, obviously. You have to take into consideration history.
I've tried as much as I can, and let me expand upon that. You and me were not here 300 years ago. We were born into a world after Aska. We've played the cards in the hands we were dealt. There's only so much I can do as someone who was not there. I've benefited off of it by far. I know that. But there's only so much I can do.
Talk to him.
Should he concede to talking to me? We will. You get to have a little Q&A session with Medea.
Why?
Because Brent told me to talk to
Brent
you.
is like, because probably when Daisy told him, I think that's why he was mainly a little bit pissed off, is because it made Daisy so concerned.
That's like, but Medea doesn't know about the Daisy bit yet. But I think once, if Daisy did express just like, yeah, what the fuck, like, why would you do that, or like, say like, yeah, you're fucking scary or something. She'd be
Which,
like,
you know,
that's what's got Brent pissed on.
Before that, I think you two wanted to have a conversation with Quinn.
yeah.
Which we'll cut to that. Maybe we'll have this conversation. No, after the
Oh.
conversation. Cause
Well, I was also going to talk to Bran after this thing was done.
should we go us two and then you two?
I guess
and then
with you knowing what the other conversation with Bren will be, does it make sense for you and me to talk first, or you and Bren to talk first?
Probably me and Bran, because I couldn't like
Okay.
train
We'll go.
you.
We'll go. Bren and Quinn and Daisy. Quinn.
Man,
Q&A with Quinn.
Quinn's just going to talk a lot now.
Good.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
We like to hear from Pop
Oh my
Pop.
We like to
God.
hear from Pop
We
Pop.
want to hear from Pop Pop.
Yeah.
This sounds
Okay,
like
Pop
we need
Pop.
to take
Medea
notes.
probably leaves.
She's gonna be like, God, what the fuck are people on, man?
What the fuck is she on?
I mean,
Trauma mostly.
when you figure out her background trauma, she'll make a bit more sense, but...
And you pull up. And I think like Bren just kind of has his head in his hands.
I close the door, I open the window and like whistle and adjust your in,
What
and
the-
Quoth flies in.
Oh my.
Yeah, you don't need to update me. What? Dad got mad. I wanted to listen.
Dad got mad.
That makes me dear mom. Oh my god.
Or daddy.
Ooh.
We can have two gay fathers. We can't do
It's
that.
pride.
It's pride month.
Oh,
geez, is that why you started off with them having a date?
Right.
Sure.
Shout out to the gays.
Shout out to the gays. Happy Pride.
Oh my god, you killed my wife. You frigid the gays.
Before Pride.
Doesn't count before
Anyway, when you and Daisy told me what she said in front of you, I mean, I'm not surprised by it in the slightest, but the fact that Daisy heard it and feels like she can't trust someone in her own party Yeah, that made me mad.
I don't think I got mad per se, just kind of wary.
I know our interests align, and on demons that is very clear, but you know about multiple people's interest in Swarm.
Yeah. Look, I can tell, and again, this is based off of my very small knowledge of whatever the fuck's happened politically here. Hakeem seems like one of the better ones, easily. I mean, he actually seems to care about something other than just immediate power, which is nice. That seems nice.
Yeah, no, he probably be one of my top choices.
Being a politician in itself means that you are self-serving in some capacity. Otherwise, you didn't join that profession.
Yeah.
Eventually, we're gonna go on the wayside of each other. Now, I don't know if it's gonna be something extreme like you were talking about, but there ain't no way that Hakeem has the best interests in every aspect of the world, because that's just not how politics works, from my understanding.
No, you even heard him mention that paying off judges.
Yeah, no, I heard
Right,
paying
he
off,
straight up said that with his chest in front of you.
which honestly taught Quinn a lot. Because I think before that he was like, wow, Hakeem seems like a very straightforward, like, stand-up guy. Well, we just gotta pay off the judges before the other ones do.
He's
And
the best
like,
of a lot of bad
yeah.
options.
So eventually he's gonna do something that we disagree with, and when that happens, Medea's gonna have to make a choice between us and him, and I have no doubt in my mind that she's gonna choose him.
I'll tell you this right now, as someone who I've enjoyed my time with Medea. She's gone to my office drinking. I think she's a fun person. She's a great asset. If she betrays us, she hurts any of you, I won't even send you after her because that would be a mercy. I put my whole heart into this.
I tell you what, I don't even think it'd come to that. I think the moment the words "I choose Hakeem" comes out of her mouth, she's gonna be dead with 6 bullets in her bag.
I love how y'all
What's sexy about it?
I love how y'all have written her off already.
It's like I don't know what the fuck we're supposed
this
to
is
do.
a situation that has not occurred yet.
No.
And we currently have nothing beyond just the fact that she has said she will value her spouses above everything else yet. And you guys are like, she's gonna turn on us. Guns up, guys.
I just want to, like, it's genuinely, this is,
Crazy, but
No,
it
it's
is a
not
little
crazy
bit.
at all. No, I'm
Okay,
just saying. I'm like,
we are just generally suspicious people.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
exactly.
Until that happens, she does like you guys, and maybe I just feel like she hasn't been given a chance to have anything outside of her spouses before. You know, maybe teach her that it's good to have limits.
She has 1. Now she needs to have 2.
No, let's give her 2 limits as a treat.
Look, I can learn. I can't teach others.
Well, we just have to hope she learns from you, I guess. You know, watching you. And we've all, well, not all of us, I guess maybe all of us have done terrible things.
Yeah.
We suspect.
We suspect. think she'd do better as a group Q&A? What do you think?
What?
We're listening in, like her talking to everyone
Selective
about her
hearing
side.
time.
I don't know. I don't have anything to say to her.
I don't know, maybe let her say her piece to everyone, give everyone an explanation.
If she wants to do that, she can do that. I'm not going to force her to, because then that's ingenuine.
Alright.
I love that non-answer.
Man, this sucks.
We're really be putting him through it this time.
Yeah. There's never a perfect crew.
No. There have been better than this, though.
I suppose, yeah.
Well, you all seem to work well together, and for the most part, a lot of you guys get along. I don't know that there's gonna ever be a convincing Nadir to trust Medea.
No.
I think that boat has sailed since she said she was married to the Elda heir.
Yeah, honestly, that's where my main worry is. Like, we have very close ties to the Swarm, and they don't seem interested in the long run leaving all clans, or any of the clans, out of their conquest. Which means, again, eventually, we as an organization are going to be supporting people who are directly opposing the Chancellor, which I'm assuming, if everything goes well, is going to be Hakim.
You're right.
Like,
Well, I mean, Hakim can always give freedom to Masao and Eska.
yeah, if he makes that choice.
I don't think he will. But
I
if
honestly,
he does, then, hey,
yeah.
everything's fine.
Like, don't get me wrong, there is absolutely a chance where everything could be fine. I'm just waiting for the thing
Yeah.
at this point.
I mean, talk to your son about it.
Yeah.
Is he wanting to kill everyone in charge, or is he willing to do some negotiations first?
I guess I haven't really talked to him about that. We're kind of still just in the reconnecting stage. I haven't really asked about his life passions yet.
Yeah. I know some people in Swarm want to kill probably every single person in each clan.
Mm-hmm.
Some people in Swarm are more willing to just do negotiations for land rights.
Yeah, I gotta. Oh, I should talk to Eric about that. Okay.
All right.
I got a lot of people to talk to apparently. Is this what your job's like?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yep. Welcome to my world.
All right.
All right. Beat it.
I'm gonna go be Bran now and leave. I salute myself.
You look in the mirror, salute, yeah.
I would die for myself. Wait. Then I go to Daisy. And we train?
Yeah, I think probably that's where this conversation would be had, but only if it's like... actually, maybe... No. I think Daisy might, like, seek you out when you're, like, in your room or something.
Okay. Yeah. I go to my room to do some self-guided meditations to mentally prepare for Medea probably talking to me at some point.
Can I? Actually, honestly, for no fucking reason other than I think Daisy would do this and would find it really fucking funny, can I, like, try to sneak up on you?
Yeah.
Like, scare you?
Bro, you're gonna get
Yes,
decked
you
in the
can.
face.
That's gonna be good.
Can't
Would
wait
this
for
be
the reaction.
against my perception or pass? Would this be
Passive
pass?
perception.
You're gonna sneak past me.
He got that
What's your
old
passive
man,
perception?
He's got that old man
14.
hearing loss. He's got those old
I
man
have a shit ton of
bifocals.
abilities that make make me have a plus 11 perception, but my just regular perception is 14.
So my stealth is a plus 13.
That one.
You literally have to get 2 or higher. If it was an L, I'm gonna piss myself laughing.
It's a 16.
Okay.
But also, I have the lucky trait as a halfling, so I'd be
Yeah.
able to re-roll a nat 1 anyway.
Oh, that's true. You were fucked either way.
Yeah, so she's gonna sneak in and, scare you somehow. Like, just
Jumper
like,
cables. Roll to see if you get a heart
No,
attack.
do like
I was gonna
the
say,
FNAF like fucking Foxy leaping at you straight.
you scare me, and Quinn goes, oh, my heart, and I fall off the bed and land on the ground, and I pretend to have a heart attack.
she's gonna, like, lightly kick you and go, oh, get up.
Wait, now I want to roll a performance.
Roll me a performance.
Put me in, coach. Give me a chance
Put me in.
with my plus 0 performance.
Oh, this is
We got
good.
guys. We got.
Nat 20.
Oh my god!
There's a net fucking
I don't think this is Quinn's first heart attack to be able to act one this well.
My heart.
That's not what it hurts.
Accidentally summoned beautiful performance.
Yeah, you think he's fucking dead.
Damn, that was like a 25 on an insight check.
That's like
Nat
natty.
20.
I think she honestly still would just kick you again.
I think
Check
you
to see
kick
if
me.
you're
I'm like,
alive.
man, if I was having an actual heart attack, you just kick me?
Well, no, I'd probably, I don't know, I might figure it out, I guess. What the fuck am I gonna do about it?
Well, no, I was gonna, cause you scared me, so I was gonna pretend to do a heart attack, and you were gonna be like, Quinn, no! And then I was gonna be like, gotcha, but apparently you don't give a shit about me.
Well, I give a shit about you, I just, like, I don't know, I guess I thought you were better than that, so.
Okay, what do you want?
I don't know what to do.
Climb back up on my bed.
I'm gonna close Quinn's bedroom door, but can I, like, close it, like, just by throwing a
Yeah.
dagger at it?
That's
Just,
badass.
like, for no reason. Just, like, spawns
This
a
is
second
a young
leg and, like,
adult who's just like, yeah, I'm skilled as shit. Show off.
I think looks at my
more
door.
out of laziness.
Looks at my door. I'm gonna have to fix that.
Yeah, I bet someone could do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I wanted to get your silly little opinion on
Excellent start.
on our good friend Medea
Boom,
and
Medea.
Boo Medea Halloween.
That's how
going
you,
at this
that's how you
like a-
should have
Oh, wow.
scared him.
You're going
You
at
should have
this-
gone down and said, Boom, Medea.
When you say boo, I would say Medea, because that's how it goes. I don't know why. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll give you my opinion on whatever you want opinion on. Am I just like the poster child for what's going on in Medea's head, or like?
You are!
Because everyone seems to be talking to me about this stuff.
I mean, the only reason I came to talk to you about it is A, because I don't know, like, do I like you? I don't know. I trust you.
Wow.
And, like, I know that Nadir would be a good, like, sounding board too, but, like, you're a lot angrier, and I kind of like that.
Okay.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I can be angry. What do you want opinion on?
I don't know. I think Medea's angrier.
I think Nadir's anger is quieter.
Yeah, I think Nadir's anger
just
is
quieter
quieter,
about it.
and, like,
It's a little
Nadir...
scarier about
Nadir also has only ever been anything but, like, sweet and gentle and kind and, like, extremely
Quinn
reasonable.
does a tough love route.
Yeah, and so I think Daisy's like, I don't want to talk to somebody who's gonna be fucking reasonable right now. Like, well, I don't know. Like, I know you heard the thing that she told Camellia about being willing to shoot us all.
Yeah.
And, now, something was, like, rubbing me wrong about that girl from the beginning. Like, I just was picking up some vibes or some energy or something that I just was not digging, but now I think I figured it out, and it's this bullshit. And I look, I have lost enough people in this job so far. How long have we been doing this?
8 months.
8 months. In these 8
9 months now, actually. I think it's been a month.
shit.
Oh, someone could have got pregnant at the start.
Why'd you look at me?
Sorry.
It's Daisy.
You're right across from me.
Daisy's pregnant with Bryce's baby.
You know, actually, of all the spouses, it would have been Tilfira who was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Did you kill my fucking unborn baby, you bitch?
Your fucking baby's gonna burn.
Oh my god, you killed my unborn child!
Because outbreaks are real in this world as well. I'll let you guys know two
Okay.
women can get each other
Listen.
pregnant.
We got a second chance with Nephros, and Preg is real.
Okay, I guess we're
Okay.
That's true.
So I just I don't trust her as far as I can throw her, which honestly is not, I am not a strength fighter. So I couldn't throw her very far, and I trust her significantly less than that. And I just don't really know what to do about it, because it's not like I can just go around and stab her. So I don't know. I just wanted to see what your opinion was. You want to stab her together?
No, we shouldn't stab her.
But
Yeah. Honestly, where I'm at right now is that we all, including Medea, have a cause that we're fighting for. For us, that cause is the Department of Demonology and the fight against all these demons and criminal groups and yada yada and all that. And Medea, her cause is her spouses, specifically Hakeem. Now, right now, that cause with Hakeem matches with our cause. And so on that level, we can trust that she's actually going to work with us. However, Brandon and I were talking, and there are plenty of possibilities where Hakeem's cause can divert from our own. And I'm sure you agree with this. I don't trust that she wouldn't, flip if Hakeem asked her to, or if we were doing something that went against what Hakeem wanted for Rathmore.
there's not a doubt in my mind that Medea wouldn't hesitate to flip on us if she thought that it might be better for her or her spouses or anything that she specifically cares about.
And look, I don't doubt she likes us, and we work well together when it comes to getting things done. I think she likes her spouses more, and that might be an issue at one point.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I think where I'm at, security-wise, the best thing we could do is cut her loose. Safest thing for us, genuinely. However, we kind of need a good relationship with Hakeem, because at the end of the day, he does seem like the only one of these fuckers that actually has a positive view of the future, which doesn't seem very common.
yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I just I'm not gonna be trusting that woman to. Oh, I thought about it. did you hear the hesitation?
No, I was like, oh, she's trying to find kindness.
I was really trying.
I'm finding it. It take you that long to find it? It does.
It does.
I had some choice words. I don't really trust that woman, and I don't really want anything to do with her, and if it was up to me, I think I would have fucking killed her in that lab, if I'm being honest with you, because I'm tired of people and things working against us when all we are doing is genuinely trying to save the world. But I I mean, hell, I guess I'm counting on you to make sure that she doesn't just flip and kill us all in battle one day.
Apparently,
Medea sitter.
yeah. Apparently, that might be my job from now on, or something like that.
Well, I mean, you could just like unload a bunch of bullets into the back of her head and move on.
I think Quinn like nods his head in the sense of like he knows like if I had to put Medea down, I could do it pretty quickly.
She would respect you for that, honestly.
She'd be like, "Fuck yeah, Pop-Up," and
Like,
then just
yeah,
She'd be like, I respect the game.
like
I
and then
respect
like
the game.
lay
of
down
hustle.
like Dobby in a glue trap or whatever. The fuck.
Hey Tim, Medea in a glue trap, please.
Actually,
um,
we don't even need a good drawing. We need a fast drawing of that.
yeah. I guess it doesn't really change the fact again we kind of need her and her relationship. So trust her or not, we can't boot her out. We can't kill her. We gotta find a way to trust that we're on the same side right now, but just keep an eye out for if that ever changes.
All right, I'm choosing to trust you.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out.
You get to handle this now.
You get to handle this mess. And
Bless this mess.
She's going full Southern woman. about it.
Ilma has a sign.
That says "Bless this mess," and there's a chicken on it.
Yeah. And if you look, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little bloodthirsty. So if you want some help,
There you are. Let's keep that bloodthirst for a dragonborn for
Oh
now.
damn, Pinkie Pie.
She's not pink anymore.
I'm not big anymore.
At heart, you are.
You look like the bitch you hate. How does that make you feel?
I don't.
But not anymore.
No, I'm seeing some roots poke through. It's been long.
Your roots are showing.
Your roots are showing.
Such a bitchy way to do that too. So mean.
If we ever get a bitch off, I'm putting that out.
I mean, I think that Daisy probably does like keep it up pretty well. Like she's
Wait, did she dye her eyebrows too?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your bangs cover your eyebrows, so you can't
yeah,
tell.
Yeah, I guess in my head, yeah, she did.
That's so funny.
My head came in.
Yeah, and then I think she would, again, simply for no reason, like, stand up, walk over to Quinn's door, and just, like, make the dagger cut a little bit longer than you.
No. God damn it.
Let's go on to.
Wait, so really quick. When Daisy said, I'm tired of people working against us, I just want to put this out here. And this is me criticizing Daisy, not you. Medea hasn't done anything yet.
That's true.
Yet.
I just want to put that out there. She hasn't done anything yet.
Yet.
Well,
I think she more meant it in like a precognitive was not right.
I mean, I can sort of get the vibe you're going for. It's just like she's willing to, then it's the same thing.
Yeah, if she's willing to, then that is reason enough for me to believe that she will be working against us, and I'm tired of people doing that.
Yeah, that's fair.
which is a fair assumption for Daisy to have.
I love Daisy and her horrible transitive stage of life that is going to shit.
Yeah, it's literally awful.
It's literally the worst coming of age story.
It is. It really is.
Nyla and Daisy should hang out. Quinn, we'll go to Medea, and then any other Medea stuff, we'll probably. I want to get to the research you are going to do for the demon. The one Orcus stuff tonight. So let's. Yeah, we'll go.
Maybe I shall have a Q&A at the campfire while we're traveling next session.
Honestly, well, maybe a Q&A ain't bad right now. Anyway, Quinn, you talk to Medea. One of you guys approach each other.
I think Quinn meant it when he said like he's not gonna approach.
Okay.
So Medea wanted to
No,
approach.
she'll have
Quinn.
to because she apparently she doesn't understand people well enough that she'll need a second opinion.
Okay.
I don't know. Is he smoking out on the porch one night?
You know what? Yeah, Otto has a tummy ache, so he's not here. Right now.
Poor Otto.
But,
His knee hurts too bad.
Quinn's smoking on the porch.
I nearly called you Medea. I'm so sorry. Okay, cool. Lock in, brother. Lock in, brother.
That's not the right thing.
No, that's my mental warm up, and then we get the vocal warm up with cheerio.
Okay, there you are.
Quinn,
Medea,
we have to talk.
do you smoke?
No, unfortunately, I need my voice for singing.
Shit.
I need my lung capacity.
Will, take a seat. I'm popular these
Or
days.
I need my lung capacity.
Shut the fuck up.
Actually.
My lung capacity.
So, I was directed to you by Bren because I need some insight onto the other's mentality about how to best approach them.
Huh?
Do I need to roll insight on that? Was that convincing? A convincing huh?
No, I heard that whole conversation. I quote listening at the window.
Yeah, actually, I'm not that surprised. But then you get, would they take it better? We all need to be able to work together. So they need to be assured that I'm not going to stab them back. It'd be fucking stupid of me to do so, at the very least.
Okay, I guess. Can I explain where my head's at?
Sure.
I agree. I think Bran was using some pretty extreme, examples as far as working against us, choosing Hakeem, things like that. But again, just being fair. Like I respect Hakeem. He seems like someone with a decent vision of the future. Seems like someone who generally cares. But, and I said this to Bran, ain't no politician perfect. Eventually there's going to be some conflict of interest with us. Eventually there's going to be some moral wall we walk into, something Hakeem's not willing to do that we need him to. And let's face it, we, Department of Demonology, are so tied with the Swarm. My son is their leader. Two of the people that we work for them, and we work with them on assignments sometimes. Like, we're tied to them. And they also want to,
Sorry, I'm
This
just
is
like,
all new information to Medea, by the way, that you've been saying about the Swarm.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't clear on that before.
Has not known.
So you
Medea
guys
did
are
not
revealed
know
all
about
the
Yeah,
lies.
Quinn didn't know that.
Yeah, so she's not reacting or anything, but she's like, oh, that's interesting.
Eventually, we are going to be in conflict with your husband for some reason or another. Now, the mindset of everyone else around here, we all know that. Everybody knows that. And the reason we don't trust you, the reason none of us trust you, and that we're also hesitant, is because we know that if it came down to the wire between working with us or working with your husband, you're choosing Hakeem every time. And again, at the end of the day, I can respect that as the fact of having a cause that you fight for, but, we're all fighting for a cause as well, and it's kind of hard to trust someone who would turn on us or work against us if interests misalign.
Funniest thing is that I agree with every point that you just brought up.
Okay.
Because this whole thing is will likely be opposed in the future. I find that very likely. I don't see why they're trying to make me an enemy so early on. Isn't it more advantageous? I'm asking this from genuine, because isn't it more advantageous to work with each other while we still can, while our interests still align?
Well, I can't speak for everyone else, but that's kind of where my head was at. I'll be
Generally-
honest, like others have approached me, and that's what I've told them as well. Like, I trust that we're working together right now, but you better know I'm keeping a close eye out for when that changes.
The fact that you think it's going to be an instantaneous thing is, I don't believe it'll be instantaneous, but yeah, that's what's baffling me. They all want, as soon as something of myself does not align directly with theirs, we fight for the same cause but not for the same reasons. They don't like my reasons, so they therefore find me an enemy. This is uncharitable of me to say, but that's fucking stupid. You need any help you can get. You have time after the fact to nitpick if you really want to. But to achieve the ends you want to achieve, I'm speaking metaphorically you, to achieve the ends you wish to achieve, sometimes you can't be picky.
Sometimes what we need and what's in our hearts don't match up. In our hearts, we all see you for what you are.
Congratulations. They're among the few who have.
And with that in mind, you made some very troubling comments that sort of just kind of confirmed to everybody all those suspicions that they've had about you and your allegiances. If you want them to see you in another way, you need to show them that they can see you in another way.
I'm being dead honest when I say, if it comes down to the wire, I choose who I choose. I don't get why they choose to believe that means it will come down to the wire.
We're not all looking at you with daggers behind our backs, just ready to stab you at any given
She
moment.
gives you a big glance of disbelief at that.
I'm not going to shoot you unless you are actively betraying us.
You're not the one I'm worried about.
Fair enough. But
Which is such a funny thing to say.
like I said though, we're not all just, waiting for like the chance to stab you in the back before things happen. We're all just wary that it's going to. That's where the distrust comes from, because we know it's a possibility, and it's kind of hard to work with someone that you know could very possibly betray you in the future. It's not an easy thing.
That's literally... Medea has to take a minute and sit there fingers on temples. That's literally any interaction with anyone ever. That's literally every interpersonal interaction. What's not begetting about this?
You live in a world of politics and backstabbing and strategy.
It's not exclusive to politics.
We live in a world where we all generally really care about each other.
So, I'm going to pitch something at you, Quinn, and this is not me taunting you, but
Okay.
you have a history with, the underground, the gangs, the black markets, the darker side of society. It's the same there, yes?
You know what? Fair
There's
enough. Yeah.
aspects of it there,
Yeah.
yes?
Sure.
Anyone is capable of betraying someone else. In some capacity.
Okay.
That's not a new concept.
No, but we all trust that. I know Nadir's not going to betray me ever. I know that Daisy's not going to betray me ever. I know that Brand's not going to betray me ever. I know that Anai's not going to betray me ever. I don't know that you're not going to betray me ever. And so at the end of the day, I trust. I'm wary.
You have to take a minute. It's just
Because,
you trust other people like that?
yeah, like I said, there is a thought process and a world behind or apart from strategy and politics. Strategy and politics does not play into the love I have for these people. In the slightest.
She has to take another minute, dude.
Give me a general insight.
She's like, what the fuck is wrong with these people is her mindset. I'm not gonna lie. He can have that one for free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, I just to also, I think maybe in a safe sense of when Camelia's wow, this is the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. I think this is a second thing of
19 insight.
Yeah, I think this
Something's
is our
wrong.
second thing of like, how the
Something's
fuck were
really
these
wrong.
sisters raised? Like,
Gang, something's
Okay.
wrong.
like
But
Kids
Yeah.
aren't alright.
Look, I don't want you to pull back from this. I actually genuinely feel like we're getting somewhere right now. But I'm gonna make a very straightforward statement on what I've noticed.
I've done one already. Go for it.
I think your biological parents traumatized you to the point where you could never see the world outside of politics and strategy. And I understand that that's where you're at. That worries the fuck out of the rest of us because we don't have that.
Sorry, I'm laughing. I gotta lock it.
It's so funny how quickly you zeroes in on that.
Yeah, no, I mean it's been coming. It's been coming. I'm laying hints, by the way.
So, okay, again, I'm not a fucking therapist.
We're making
It's
you
like,
one,
why
buddy.
am I the therapist?
I don't think that you're struggling to see our positions. I think you're struggling to break out of a trauma response.
It's gonna give me a couple minutes to lock it up into your mentality. I'm so sorry, because you're so right, but I have to lock it up into
so
your
funny
mentality.
coming from Quinn.
You literally
That's so
Quinn, you
fucking
know how
funny.
fucked up you have to be for Quinn
For
to
Quinn
say
to
that.
say this.
Okay, you guys gotta give me a second to lock it
This
up
is
into your
my
mentality, because you're
favorite
so
type of
right, but
therapy.
God, it's so
Yeah.
funny.
Quinn's like, hey, I think your family fucked you up. Why don't you unpack that?
She
I
knows
also
that,
need to give
that's
you
why
a
she
moment to
laughed.
laugh. Because when you said I trust an eye, I went. And I looked at Amanda and I was like, please, please,
Well,
please.
I think-
Someone, like, guess who else commented on that fact?
Oh no.
An eye is literally 15 minutes old. Okay?
Yeah, that's where like
Oh my
Quinn's
God.
like, I trust
This
the
is so
amnesiac
devastating.
version of an eye.
Yeah.
This is
Who
so
she is probably some fucked up thing, but she doesn't remember that, so
Also,
she's
my
fine.
brother, my
I have
brother,
not
my
told you what we've found yet, so
No.
Quinn has no fucking clue what
Oh
I could
my
be.
God, come on, lock it.
So
I don't.
Sorry, this.
that's
I'll
all.
give you guys a couple more minutes with this scene.
Okay.
if
Yeah.
you wanna do this.
So that's all to say. I would love to trust you. I really would. I'd rather not have someone on in my group that I can't trust. But you're thinking politically when we're all thinking emotionally, and that's really just not matching. And if
argue I'm thinking logically more than anything, but not emotionally, I can give you that much.
Okay.
Look, you've said things and you've shown allegiances that make us wary about you. We're not waiting to kill you. We're not, just waiting for that day that you're just stabbing us in the back. We all just recognize the very real possibility of that, and we're worried about it.
She's like, she has to like, no, just give me a minute. She's not laughing, that's me. Okay. The fact that you all are united in this mentality where all your allegiances align and they don't differ, that doesn't make sense to me in a sense. On a very logical level, I get it, but I cannot empathize with that.
Okay.
The fact that you all uniformly are of the same mentality, I genuinely have not had that evidence presented to me before. As someone who's interacted with people from many walks of life, I'm not saying it's not true, but it is genuinely astounding to me about this.
It's just it's just.
It's logical to understand that people come from different reasons from you. That's all. That's genuinely my understanding of this. Is we have different reasons for the things that we are doing. I'm not arguing this. We've said this in different ways multiple times throughout this conversation. It's a well expounded upon point. What I came to you about originally. How do I approach them so that we can continue working together?
Again, it's on you, man. Like, if this is a mindset and a belief that you just can't get around or work with,
I can work with it. I've done it for my entire life.
okay.
It's from me trying. I'm not getting aggressive. It's from me trying to understand how I can somehow make myself palatable enough that they know I won't. Because I won't. Because we're still aligned with each other. And I'll be transparent about that. I don't get this idea. Maybe that's it. We're aligned. They know in the future we're not aligned, so then therefore we can't be aligned. That's the disconnect.
I think if you want a way to approach them, Bren said the same thing to you. Approach them without strategy. Approach them without.
You don't plan anything?
No.
Why the
I think I
hell would
planned
you do
anything
that?
I just said to you.
Do your fucking ears work?
Do your fucking ears work?
If you want people to be able to trust you, then go up to them, be emotional, and show them that they can trust you. And if that's not something you can do, then nothing's ever going to change. Then we're all just going to go on being wary of each other.
I have been emotional about this in front of you all. You guys didn't like it when I did.
No, you've been logical and political and strategical. You have not been emotional.
It's like,
Again, I think.
She's like, yes, I fucking have.
This conversation is starting to go
It's,
into
yeah.
So I want you guys to kind of wrap it up.
I think we've
Yeah.
been going in circles the whole time.
Yeah.
Personally.
It's literally them saying the same thing over and over again.
Again,
I'm
if
liking
what
it.
I've said hasn't changed anything, there's nothing else I can say. I answered your question. That's all I got for you, man.
You gave me an answer to my question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Answer me this. If I approach everyone one-on-one, would they react worse than if I did it as a group? That's all I want.
Do it as a group.
Alright, cool. And she's like, good talk. Goes back inside.
That was DM Cole speaking.
Yeah.
Okay, we will.
That's literally what she came for. He's like, so your mentality is fucked up.
you were like, help me understand the mentality.
Because she's like, yeah, so because then I can talk to him so we can keep doing what we need to do.
I guess I do kind of want to do the group Medea scene.
We can wait to do that if we want to do
Or
some
maybe
other
we
scenes
can
first.
do some research rolls.
Yeah, that. I feel
Let's do
bad
that
talking
first.
so much. I'm sorry,
So,
guys.
you guys were prompted with,
Just been
we have
entertaining.
all of the shit Christy was doing research on.
The answer's in the pile.
The answer's in the pile somewhere, but you guys should be the ones to do it. Bren is there to help you.
Alright, Danny has a nasty 1 to his Arcana.
Wait, did you get a nat?
No, I have a nasty 1.
Oh,
because
plus
I do
1.
it.
Okay.
I
So-
have a beautiful 0.
Okay.
Cool helps.
Can I help
This is
someone?
Bren
Arcana
has
or-
3 beautiful plus 9
I have a
To
plus
Arcana?
3.
to history.
Okay, okay.
Oh, to history. I have a plus 7.
Plus 7. So Medea.
Yeah.
I will give Medea assistance.
I have a plus. Oh, okay. I have a plus 5 to history, but also I wouldn't be able to roll anything lower than a 15 on that one. So that could also be.
I can help Daisy then.
Daisy.
Okay, and then
And
I just
then
assumed that Quinn was gonna help
Quinn can help Bren, I suppose.
because he does not have a good
And I'm
history.
gonna give Bren. No, Bren will give Daisy. You can have guidance, so he can work.
Slay King.
Okay, Slay. Bren got a 27.
Alright. That's probably gonna be way better than mine, but we'll see.
That's a dirty 20.
Oh, I got a 26 because I got a 19 on die.
Perfect. So everyone did 20 and above.
Yeah.
As you guys are all sitting around this table going through all of these sheets, I think it takes you days.
You gave Bren,
It is-
Bren assist.
Going through stuff that you gave Bren
assist.
assistance with research, so
I was like, I don't even have to check. I know it's bad.
you come across some interesting excerpts. This is not what I need right now.
I assume you'll post these, or you'll give us
I
pieces of
have
paper?
sheets.
Okay.
Oh, a little sheet for us to read?
Yes. Of mission reports from some people from Ratha, an academy called Eris Academy in the capital city of Ratha.
We know those people.
And actually, you're looking through this, Nadir. The reason this really stuck to you is, and all of you, is you guys do find an old drawing photo of this group of people that you saw with your grim psychometry that, was drawn a little more fucked up in the Feywilds. They're drawn very heroically here. They have medallions over their necks as they're being congratulated as heroes, and it made the newspaper. But you find various entries from them. One of them from a Nero Sesa.
Great mind.
I'm going to be doing a lot of reading at you, and I'm sorry.
That's
but
okay.
I'm going to set these in the center
Thank
as
you.
well.
Mm.
But I figure it's best if I read them out loud first.
Yes.
Yeah, I like hearing them read.
What a bother. I lost my hand only to return empty-handed. The Demonomicon is missing again. It was in Halligan's possession before I teleported us back to the Academy. He claims that perhaps it couldn't be teleported, and thus the incident is my fault. Well, I don't really believe this theory. I suppose there could be some merit to it. He was just acting too strange, even for Halligan, after insisting he take his bag with him to the bathroom before we met with Professor Whitlock. It all just feels strange. Hal, and I think that sticks out to you, H-A-L, Christie's last words, has previously asked me about Asmodeus, and I know vaguely of his patron Ceterius, mostly that he is a simian man who threatened me when I asked about his plane of existence, and that Halligan truly believes he gave up nothing in exchange for Ceterius' power. I'm not even sure he knows Ceterius is able to take complete control over him without his consent. Perhaps he gave up a book for his power, though that's pure exasperated speculation. The dots are just connecting a little too well. I don't trust this.
That's page 1, babies.
Fair. I don't trust it either.
Mistra has informed me that Vi's memory has been wiped by Ceterius, and that the Demonomicon is no longer on this plane. I presume it's on the plane Ceterius inhabits, which he refused to tell me. She tells me he's dangerous. They both are. As long as he can see and hear everything Halligan can, I feel both vindicated in my distrust and deeply disappointed that I was right. Vi agrees that as long as they are together, we can't trust Halligan. We are going to tell Professor Whitlock when we turn in our reports. I hope she will be able to provide us sage counsel. Okay. Headmaster Baron Yarrow is dead. Ajal delivered the final blow. It was morbidly poetic in a way, killing the one who had once killed you. He smiled at Ajal as the sword pierced his chest. Ceterius appeared in the lab the moment Headmaster Yarrow took his last breath. His appearance, that of feathered legs, sharp talons, broad wings, and bright yellow eyes, his true self, Pazuzu. He congratulated Halligan on doing what he was instructed, and then informed us all to leave. I suppose this was part of the deal that Halligan neglected to mention, or perhaps feigned ignorance of. The majority of us being on death's door didn't hesitate to exit, but Halligan stayed. I can only imagine the hurt he felt in that moment, the betrayal, the complete and total understanding that he was nothing but a tool, a reverberating emptiness between them. I do pity him in a way. Vi and Zero stayed back to keep an eye and reportedly witnessed Zuzu pull something from Headmaster Yarrow's machine before bursting into shadows. I can only assume he took the God Killer with him. We knew of Headmaster Yarrow's possession of the item and his intention to create a weapon strong enough to kill Ball. Once again, the dots connect a little too well. What this will mean for the future, I'm unsure, but at least as of now, by the grace of Mystra, we have eluded the death of a deity and the creation of a new one.
Oh my god, that was 3 pages.
Yes. I got so much from them, actually. Kirsten's report is so long, and I'm sorry.
Wait, they wrote these themselves?
They wrote these themselves.
That's so good!
Because this is Tall Aaron stuff when it's Nero.
Tall Aaron wrote that. Kirsten wrote this because this is their character, so I asked them specifically to write mission reports from the thing to give to you guys.
So good.
This is a mission report from Vi.
Vi.
Which was the only one drawn to perfection in the Feywilds, by the way.
Yeah, no, listen, Vi and the boy failures, for
Vi
real.
and the boy failures. The plan to take out Headmaster Yarrow began with freeing Ajal. During Yarrow's assembly, Nero, Zero, and I brought Ajal to a storage closet, where I killed him and Nero revived him, breaking the curse of his vampirism. As Headmaster Yarrow left the assembly when the Emperor's palace was attacked, Professor Whitlock sent us a message that he was heading for his office, with the intention of activating his machine. We found him standing at the machine ready to activate it. He explained to us that the gods have no care for mortals. They play with us like toys, and this machine is our chance to show them we have power. He found it justifies to sacrifice a city's worth of people to get back at them by killing Ball. He turned the machine on, and it joined to his body like a set of wings. At that point, Ajal charged Headmaster Yarrow, and the fight began. It was a difficult fight, even with our entire party against just him. But eventually we were able to overtake him, and Ajal delivered the killing blow. Afterwards, Pazuzu came into the lab through a hole that had been busted in the ceiling and reminded us of the deal he made with Hal. Halligan had broken his patronage to Pazuzu by promising he would kill Baron Yarrow and leave his research alone. He allowed us to keep the staff of Magi, which has been turned over to the school. Pazuzu took something, possibly the God Killer, from the machine before disappearing into shadows. We reported it to Professor Whitlock and informed her of Headmaster Yarrow's death and Pazuzu taking something from the machine. And the last bit is from Professor Loretta Whitlock. Baron Yarrow was killed by a group of students. We have decided to tell the public that he was killed by cultists in an effort to save the city, rather than the horrid truth that he was building a machine to rival the gods at the cost of the city. Nero Seiso, one of my most trusted students, has been very forthcoming about what they've discovered. What concerns me the most is Halligan, who's made a deal with Pazuzu of all beings. Pazuzu wanted time to look at Yarrow's research without being interrupted, and we've discovered the artifact known as the God Killer was stolen. He is now in possession of 2 volumes of the Demonomicon, the God Killer Dagger, and I am sure what else he may have gotten his hands on through Halligan. We know he is not above possession. Through consulting Ogma through prayer and meditation, I have still come up empty-handed on what to do about it. Pazuzu's months one of the eldest beings in the universe, and is for a reason. If he were to gain divinity or control of all demons, it could be catastrophic on a cosmic scale. All I can hope is we, as mortals, can stay vigilant enough to protect ourselves against his schemes. I would bet anything he's hiding some of them in his domain where no one dares go. And I think also through this, you do find like vague mission reports of they did go to the Feywilds, actually the exact city, Tom Renell, that you were at. And they mentioned how they went to another city to, they did a heist, they stole something from a different city and returned it to them for a piece of Feywild shard. And this happened exactly when the vault in Tom Renell was broken into.
This feels nice.
I know, isn't that nice?
It feels artifacty. It feels like a text.
So, you have major things you found out. This party, all linked to the Feywilds, also linked to that lab. And Hal, which was Christie's dying hint to you guys. That it's all based around Hal.
BRB messaging Abby right now. It's like, you're causing us so many problems, dude.
All Abby's fault.
Wow.
Because how long ago was all this?
Like 500, 600 years, which was exactly the time it was taken from the Feywilds.
Right. I mean, I'm trying to remember exactly
Yeah.
how long ago it was.
I think real life Cole's take on this is that, and I want to see if y'all agree with me, that Christy was trying to tell us that this Hal character is the person who we need to look into to find the Wand of Orcus. Like, that's the next step.
What I'm comprehending. That was that was also my understanding.
Like, Hal must have, at least like with the times matching up, Hal must have taken the Wand of Orcus during that job and did something with it.
I would assume that he gave it to the deity, right?
Yeah, let's do this in character, actually.
Okay. Quinn said that, but in his accent.
Okay.
And I was like, probably gave it to Pazuzu.
Right. Because that's where he gets all his powers from. So that'd be who would be ordering him around.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Is Pazuzu a god?
Roll me religion or history.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that while you and Quinn were talking.
Sorry. We would have told you, but it was serious.
Which I do
I
also
would
have
say,
information
what skill am I
on
rolling?
who Pazuzu is.
Okay. I
What
had
skill
two.
are we rolling?
This would be history or religion or arcana.
17 religion.
I'll do history.
Yeah,
Alright.
you know Pazuzu's a demon lord, actually.
Woo! I got a
Oh,
24.
Yeah, you also know. You guys like, well, let's look into Pazuzu, probably. Like, what is this guy?
Let me just phone up my last remaining wife. Hey, Boomer, who's
Which you
Pazuzu?
do find an excerpt from a book on demons, specifically about Pazuzu. With a 24, I'm gonna say yeah. You'll get this. Which I have more sheets.
Oh my god, you have more?
Damn.
This is on Pazuzu specifically.
I'm just.
Aaron's
I'm not
so
gonna
excited.
attempt to copy these down after the session. I'm just printing the damn pictures.
Me too. Yeah. Don't save yourself a heartache.
Yeah, I'll finally set up my printer.
Pazuzu, Dark Angel of the Four Winds, held dominion in the first level of the Abyss, Pazunia. He is amongst the oldest of the demon lords, perhaps one of the oldest beings in this universe. He was there at the making of the Abyss and holds sway over all evil creatures that take flight, and is often seen with swarms of locusts. He appears in various forms, though his most common depiction is a demonic-looking humanoid with 4 reddish wings, avian feet, blonde talons, and glowing yellow eyes and sharp features. It is said he was the one who planted the idea of rebellion within Asmodeus when he was still an angel. He led Asmodeus towards doubt and eventually corruption. He is a being that thrives off of corrupting what is pure and innocent. He enjoys offering aid that at first appears beneficial, but which ultimately spells doom on the victim in the long run. His favorite prizes were the most pure, and Pazuzu believes the living world provided the best opportunity for such prey. He does not have many true enemies amongst those that live in the Abyss, but no true allies either. His most noble foe was his one-time lover Lamashtu. When she betrayed him, he ate her eyes and imprisoned her. So that's who Pazuzu is. One of the most powerful demons in existence.
Cool. Easy peasy.
I figured. Halligan, what the fuck?
So
Abby Cole making characters that just completely fuck up my reality and my homebrewed world.
This is true.
so we hide this guy? I don't know what the.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
assuming this
guys.
means that Hal took the wand and then gave it to Pazuzu, who probably has it now since
The
they're
question
like
is, why
the
didn't he
most
use it in the
powerful.
last 500 years?
It's a very good question.
I mean,
They are
It's
looking for
definitely-
more things now, so maybe
It's
they're
not,
missing something. They
I mean,
need.
think about Pazuzu. That's not. It's not a wand.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to use it.
he just needs to make sure other people don't have it.
Pazuzu's giving me third-party vibes. I don't think he's particularly aligned with anyone that we're working against right now. Otherwise, they'd have it. So I think this is just a crazy, powerful demon that just has the thing that we need.
But there's no telling truly if Pazuzu has this, what he's going to do with it. He could, on a whim, give it back to Orcus. Plain and simple. I don't want to send you to the first level of the Abyss,
I think that would be the thing we should avoid the most.
but that might be
What
what you have to do.
Oh shit, do we have to make a house call?
You'll have to go.
Maybe he won't be home.
I think you'll probably be home.
Rich guy like that would love to travel.
Oh yeah, no.
Honestly, he might.
We could send like 2 tickets to Cabo.
Yeah, is there a music festival going
say
on?
he won in a raffle. I bet you he loves raffles.
Do we know anything about this place he lives?
Virginia?
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to roll. You'll have to roll some research rolls.
How do we get there?
I
I
can.
mean-
Is there an elevator?
Well,
don't
to get
elevate
there, funny thing, you'd have to go through hell.
Are you
Okay,
going to-
puts gun down.
No!
Wrong
I
direction,
mean-
wrong direction.
It's not great.
Which, if
Do
you...
we need the wand of Orcus, or do we need to keep the wand of Orcus out of Orcus's hands?
What was that?
I got a 23
Holy shit.
For
for
the Pazunia chick.
yeah.
Pazunia. Yes. So, Pazunia, is... What the fuck? I'm sorry, I just looked at the Forgotten Realms page for it. It's also called the Place of 1,001 Closets. That's crazy.
Wow, Pride Month hates to see Pazunia coming.
Oh my god. Anyway. Pazunia itself is a plane that does have actually many portals in it to other locations, but it's also a very barren, rocky, desolate place that's windswept, but there's canyons and mesas and there's fortresses and cities there. The river Styx runs through it, and there's a fairly safe port actually there called Broken Reach, where actually violence and killing is outlawed.
Oh.
We're gonna camp
Might
the
be a good
shit
place
out
to
of
go.
We're gonna camp the shit out of that
But,
spot.
I like that you said that matter of factly, like, oh yeah, killing and stuff is outlawed there, like it's not outlawed in most places, and there's still like killing and stuff.
Yeah, but you
I
have
know
to
what
do
you
more.
mean.
Yeah, you have to do more. Also, it's shocking for
It's the abyss.
The abyss.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's the first layer, they gotta have somewhere they can actually just talk and not just absolutely murk each other. I guess they gotta have neutral ground
Are you
somewhere.
suggesting this is like their level for like offices and
No.
discussion boards?
They gotta have neutral. They gotta have neutral ground somewhere. It just wouldn't work otherwise.
and if you guys have to go there, you're gonna have to go through hell. And if you want to go to hell, probably have to talk to Havilar,
Who's that?
Avalor Flynn.
Mr. Flynn.
Oh,
The
right.
guy who just gave us a woman one day.
Hey guys!
I actually
I love that the way you
Don't.
phrase that.
And she was into it.
I actually don't remember what he looks like.
Oh,
like
but
a
when
weasel.
I think of
Hey,
him
guys.
in my head, all I can think about
Hey, guys,
is
hey, guys.
Caesar Flickerman from the Hunger Games.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like that's how I imagine him.
Is he Dragonborn?
No.
No.
Why did I make
No.
him Dragonborn?
No, I'll pull up his picture,
That
guys.
was Terez Olden.
Yeah.
What are the odds that he's gonna just send us to hell? Is that a thing he'd be
This
willing
is
to do?
Havilar.
Come on, Havilar Flynn.
Yeah.
He was, like,
Okay.
just a dude.
Okay, wait.
Well, I'll have to talk.
Havilar
I'll
has the
talk to
pink
him,
eyes. He has pink eye.
And I'll see.
No, I'm kind of off, but maybe it's the personality.
I'll see if there's any good ways to go through hell to the abyss. You know? I mean, how often do I get to tell you to go to hell and you literally have to go?
Well, we would do anything for you.
That's what I like to hear.
I would go to hell for you, my president in chief.
I would go there twice.
Oh. Wow.
I would go to hell 5 times.
Oh, what?
I would
not 10, not
probably
double
go
digits?
like 5 plus 1 times.
I would go infinity times, however many times you ask me.
I would go infinity plus 1 time.
Go fuck yourself. Sorry.
I
Sir.
would go and never come back.
Oh,
I-
no.
And I grossly misunderstood what was happening.
I actually think that we are currently living through our own personal hell, but maybe
So
that's
you might as well just go there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it can't be
Well,
worse.
Maybe I should see my future living arrangements.
Yeah.
I can't tell
But you know what? Let me talk to Havilar.
They're gonna just sedate me.
What?
You should sedate
I
me.
cannot tell my spouses where I'm going.
Oh no, you should not
Definitely
kill
shouldn't.
them.
They're going to sedate
Say you're
me.
going to a warm climate.
Yeah.
Show them
Moon is going to kill me!
Show them
Ask
the
for
2 tickets
forgiveness,
to
not
Cabo.
permission.
Yeah, the 2
Yeah, say we're going to Cabo.
Yeah. Say we're going to Cabo.
Oh, they've never.
Wait,
Forgiveness,
is 1 the right
not
number?
permission.
1 or 2 the right number? Because like, what if he doesn't like want somebody to go with him?
Just give him 1.
Yeah, but like, why would
They
you want to
would-
go on vacation by yourself?
Okay, give him
Yeah.
2, and then maybe he can bring Lamashu or something, and they can patch things up.
Yeah.
Like, I know he ate her eyes out or whatever the fuck, but
Well,
Maybe
I believe
that's roleplay. Maybe that's
That's what I'm
roleplay for
saying.
them.
I believe
Could
he
he?
inked her eyes black.
said he ate them.
Oh, I heard inked, and I was like, that's a weird way of like saying that he just.
No, he ate them. He ate them out of her skull.
Oh,
Did
he
then
ate her
attach
out?
googly eyes into
Sorry.
the sockets?
You know, that's a great question. When you go there, maybe if you run into him, you can ask that.
How much
Yeah.
does a ticket to Cabo cost?
Hey Google. Sorry, hey Siri.
There's no place in this world named Cabo. It's like a fantasy book, like island.
Yeah, it's a book.
I'm gonna say
Wait.
10 gold.
No, I want to see how much a ticket to Cabo costs in real life.
Can I buy a ticket to Cabo?
You know what? Let me.
Cabo
I'll go talk to
Verde
him, to Mr. Flynn.
or Cabo San Lucas?
I don't know. People just
You
say
guys
Cabo.
maybe do some reading on hell.
It's like $400.
That's it?
That's not bad. Okay, I can read about hell and not offload it onto somebody.
I just told you I have to go talk to this man.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I said that I would follow your orders to the T.
To the T.
Okay.
I'll follow the best
No.
one.
You leave me alone.
Well, I'm just going. And I think he turns and leaves. I think later though, he does come back, reconvene with you guys. Okay. I'm going to leave for I don't know how long. I will return with the means to get you to hell. Don't get into trouble while I'm gone.
But where are you going?
Who's to say?
You. To us.
Yeah.
I think it's Havilar. He-
Are you going to a secondary location?
I'll be fine.
Okay.
I didn't
So-
sound that I'll be
Oh my god, I will
fine.
check in every day.
Okay.
Do you want an assistant?
No.
Okay.
Are you planning on doing like
Precisely
unmentionable
0%.
things to Mr. Flynn to get what we need, or?
What do you mean by unmentionable things?
Good
Well,
lord.
if I mention them, then it's not really
Do you
unmentionable.
think I'm gonna slump myself out for?
Look, it's a valid question, Bren.
Victory at all costs.
You're being super.
I'd sort
I think
myself
you, like-
out for you, sir.
He gives you a lot of like.
You're being super unspecific, and
Listen,
You could get it, Bren, but you don't need to do that.
yeah, I'm not going to.
Okay.
That's good to hear.
Victory at all costs.
That's the name of the session. Victory at all costs.
But to get you safely through hell, I mean, sending a bunch of mortals in there might pin a target on your back. You need something to help you through. So, there's some amulets, and I can go get you. Atlar and are going, we'll call it a collaboration group bonding time or whatever, and I can see how evil he is. But I want you guys to research and plan and try not to burn anything down. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Are those the only 3 rules?
Well, there's the rule board.
Who's in charge?
The rule board.
Who's in charge?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, who is our new king?
Clearly me.
I think it should be.
Should
mine.
it be oldest?
I think it should be a mine.
I will say it is.
I said it as a joke.
It will be. It'll be 3 people in charge while I'm gone.
It would take 3 of us to match your
Yep.
prowess.
Nadir, Quinn,
What?
and Sasha.
That's a good move.
Party down.
Once he leaves, we'll have to fight for ultimate power.
How about
Do you-
Sasha? I think she could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll let a fireball in here. I'm gonna come back to no fucking department, so don't challenge her to a fight.
Okay.
You guys can fight outside. That's fine.
Take it outside.
Take it to the training grounds.
Okay. I'm gonna get ready.
Be careful. Stay safe.
No promises.
I think Daisy would probably follow Brendan to the hallway
Mm-hmm.
and just walk next to him for a slight
Hey, kiddo.
amount of time, and then probably at the hey kiddo just big hug and just look at him and just be like, please do not die or come back horribly injured or any of that, okay?
I'll
What-
come back.
This mission is not worth it, okay?
Okay. I'll come back. I promise. Okay. Like I said, I will check in every day.
Okay.
And he gets all packed up and goes to front of the department. He's got his horse outside, probably. Okay.
What color is this horse?
A brown with the white diamond. Yeah. What was that?
No, I was, I said Epina because Legend of Zelda reference.
Oh.
I got you.
Yeah, you get it.
Maybe to Nadir.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you was gonna walk up to him and be like, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, you go. You walk up to Brian.
You walk up to the
You
room.
walk up to Brian.
Feel up his cock and balls.
Grab him
Something
with
to
his-
remember me by.
I will remember these.
He gets a hug from Daisy and a handy from Nadir.
As it should be.
As it should be.
Probably just walk up and kind of give him a hug, and then at the release, just kind of like grab his hands and just be safe out there. We have to go get drinks again.
Yeah, you're on your second date.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
He will kiss you on the lips briefly.
Don't say that. It's
Oh
private.
my god, is this like in front of people?
Probably.
You can't do that. It's private.
I can't whistle, but Daisy
He
will
switches
whistle.
you right quick,
Yeah.
and Matthias is like in the background.
Daisy will like whistle. I just cannot whistle.
Fair.
She does that.
There we go.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm
Yeah.
almost there.
I think
Never played whistle.
Nadier's gonna kind of like press his forehead against Bren's forehead and be like, "We're going to have to bring that up in HR."
You just ruined the mood so quickly.
No, it's sweet.
No, I agree
think
with
it's
it. Oh,
sweet.
that's sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
I think he does laugh just a little bit. And then he gets on the horse and bids you all adieu. And that is where we are going to end our session tonight.
Huzzah.
Huzzah. So next time
This is so hard. That's what she said.
will be some downtime while Bren is gone. While Mother is away.
Oh my god. Yeah, we have to have the actual fight between.
It would kind of be
Ultimate
fun
power.
to see like who would win in a fight between
Gregor can run the
Nadir
betting
and
circle.
Quinn.
Or Otto.
Oh my god, betting. Yeah, we gotta be betting.
It's
Pookie
betting.
Bear, I'm gonna buy the Cloak of Displacement.
Good choice.
Or thanks for listening, stream.
Bye.